live for the Bass Pro Shops night race at Bristol, the Cup Series cutoff for the round of 16. We're going to be doing 500 laps tonight. 266.5 miles. Stage 1 and 2 will both be 125 laps apiece, and the last one will be half the race, 250 laps. I hope you guys enjoy tonight's race. I'm excited for this one. That is for sure.
You've got a front and a back on this pit road.
It's very challenging. Very unique to this racetrack. There's rules. There are different rules for green flag.
Very excited for this one. I don't know who your pick is to who could be a surprise winner tonight, who could knock themselves up above that playoff cutoff line. But if you want to put that pick in the chat, go ahead.
All the way around the racetrack on pit road. Under caution.
How are you guys doing tonight? Put your pick in the chat for the winner. And yeah, hit that subscribe button. Got a bit of a different setup right now. Got some die cast put up behind me. Be going green here in a moment. Gonna get the live leaderboard up here for you as well next to me tonight.
Easy to get out. And the laps are so fast there, even under caution.
But this race is gonna go by quick. We're gonna see the drama. Oops, wrong one.
Your instinct is come on radio and say, hey, this is the justice I need. But you can be talking as you drive right by the engine.
Here we go.
To an open pit road and miss your opportunity to pit. That's happened to a lot of drivers.
Excited for this one tonight.
So Martin Truex Jr., Denny Hamlin have been.
How are you guys doing? Last time I said beans and cheese, we had a photo finish. Say beans and cheese. Yeah, oh, there you go. Beans and cheese in the chat. Watching you live from Bristol, Tennessee. Pace car lights are off. I'm excited for this one tonight. Let's go racing, boys. We're going to have an all Joe Gibbs front row. Oh, boy, I don't know if you saw my clip of Kyle Busch and driver intros, but that was hilarious. The 19 in that Sherry Strong car looking pretty cool. Truex on the outside, Hamlin on the inside. As they come through the Geico restart zone, which line's going to get the better launch? Off turn 4, through in. Outside with a good launch. Truex out to a big lead already. About a 2-car length gap between him to second. They're side by side behind him, though. Elliot trying to go around on the outside. He's not clear of Hamlin just yet, but he'll clear him off turn 4. Hamlin gets a bit loose on the inside. Logano now going to have an opportunity as he's on the outside, right rear corner panel of the 11 car. He's right on his bumper. He's still fighting him there, but he's going to tuck back in line for now. Oh, man, they're all over the place back in the pack, side by side. Almirola, Kyle Busch, William Byron all battling. There's only 12 spots open tonight. 4 people are going to go home when the cutoff for the round of 12 happens. Some people got to have strong runs tonight, especially William Byron if he wants to have any hope of pointing his way in tonight. 18 points down from the cutoff line coming into tonight. So he could point his way in, but the chances of that I don't think are very likely. Chase Elliott already hunting down Mark Truex Jr. Elliott got loose off turn 4. Sorry about that. Man, the blue and the orange clash so hard on that Bass Pro car, but still kind of a cool paint scheme at the same time. But the Night Owl of Chase Elliott's number 9 cars on the bumper of the 19 here. The 19 has a bobble down the front straightaway. The 9's going to go to the inside. The 19 may let him go a bit here. No, he's not. They're going to hang. He's going to hang tight on the outside. They're side by side. Elliott going to try and clear him off turn 2. Yes, he will. Elliott is your new leader after 6 laps. Yeah, Truex fighting that car right now. He's already fallen back into the clutches of Denny Hamlin as the battle for second may heat up here in a second. See what I did there? Christopher Bell on the outside of Kevin Harvick. Harvick's going to go by Bell. Harvick up to 7th, Bell back to 8th. How are you guys doing tonight?
With no practice and now no squaring on the concrete surface.
Oh, man. Bell going back in the wrong direction here early. Still a long way to go. Only 10 laps into this 500 lap event. Not 500 miles. Got a field of 38 cars today. Harvick now trying to hunt down Keselowski. That 4-car just so consistent all year, rocking that Subway scheme. First time Subway's been in the sport in quite some time. 4-car looking nice.
How they ran this year, I think you got to be glad to hear anything positive about the balance of that race car.
But right now, as they run, Elliot, Truex, Hamlin, Logano, Larson, your top 5. Then Keselowski, Harvick, Bell, Blaney, Kyle Busch, the top 10.
8 playoff points and a win coming into these playoffs.
Now Hamlin trying to go around the outside of Martin Truex Jr. And he'll be able to pull that move off turn 2 down the back straightaway. Oh, they're getting tight here. 3rd through 5th. Truex holding up Logano and Larson. Logano's on the left rear of the 19. 19's getting boxed in by the lap car of the 15. Oh, Truex is going to lose some ground here. Possibly. No, he's able to tuck in front of Larson. Oh, Larson's going to give him a bit of the bumper, though.
That's how quickly things happen. Lap traffic already playing a factor.
Truex is fighting his car, though, early here. He can just not hold the bottom, and cars are just going by, man. That 5-car, that Valvoline car of Larson, oh, that thing looks precious under the lights. The red looks a bit darker, but it just looks even better. Oh, my gosh, I love that scheme. I am a bit of a Larson fan myself, if you did not know.
The problem he's got, even if he wants to cut Kyle Larson a break, is
oh boy.
trade of cars.
Larson's now cleared Truex. Larson's up to 4th. Keselowski now on the inside of Truex. Truex getting freight trained on the inside, almost looking like a Martinsville race. Keselowski by Truex now. Harvick's now in the quarter panel of Truex. Highest running non-playoff cars, Briscoe in 16th.
Between Harvick and the 20 of Christopher.
I mean, yeah, Briscoe in 16th.
More on playoff driver Tyler Reddick.
Elliot, though, leading these guys tonight. I believe will we have a competition caution on lap 40? Will be one of the certain yellow flags tonight. How many cautions do you think we'll have tonight? Will it be over 10 or not? As they run, Bowman +9 over Kurt Busch.
So that was Derek Newman, the spotter, talking to Tyler Reddick. Tyler saying he cannot hear his crew chief at all, who is Rambo.
Kurt Busch seems to be fighting an ill-handling car right now. He's down in 20th. He's the lowest running playoff driver at the moment. So far, none of those guys who are below the cutoff line seem to be showing any real pace. All of them are running outside of the top 10.
Just no brakes around the short track.
No brakes. Chase Elliott out front.
Chase Elliott out front as we go to our first commercial break of the night. As they run, though, Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, Logano, Larson, Keselowski are top 5. Kevin Harvick, Truex, Blaney, Kyle Busch, Christopher Bell round out the top 10. Then Bowman, Byron, Almirola, Dillon, McDowell, the top 15. Briscoe, Reddick, Dibby, Jones, and Stenhouse, the top 20. Kurt Busch down to 22nd. Man, he is really fighting that car right now. He's definitely excited for this competition caution on lap 40. This car's going in the wrong direction fast. Who's your pick? Who do you think will win the race tonight? Honestly, my pick tonight, I'm not sure. I would love to see a Larson win, but I don't know. I think Elliott's going to be good after winning the All-Star race last year. I think Toyota is also a good pick. They have some great momentum.
I could totally see myself drinking this on the boat. Oh, yeah.
Okay, guys, checking some things with the camera really quick. But how are you guys doing tonight?
Well, if you're celebrating by eating Reese's,
Currently under commercial break for the first time tonight. Chase Elliott leads after getting the lead from Martin Truex Jr. Chase Elliott looking strong. I think one of the key factors in tonight's race will be who can negotiate lap traffic the best. We've seen guys getting held up, especially in the Xfinity Series race last night. Lap traffic caused a lot of the passes for the lead as guys would get pinned in behind lap cars with the how narrow the groove is this year.
Get our best plan for 5G.
How do you guys like the new background? We got some die casts up here on the wall. Maybe add some more. I thought I had some decent amount of authentics, but then after I put them all on this wall, I realized that I'd only cover about half this wall.
Grab an ice cold Coke and buckle up. You're watching NASCAR on NBC.
And now we're back to the race after that first commercial break. Hamlin chasing after Chase Elliott for the lead. He has certainly closed in that gap quite a bit. Larson up to third. He's gotten around Keselowski while we were away.
Trying to make it 9 in a row, but he's going to have to get by Chase Elliott before the competition caution comes out, which is inside of about 10 laps.
Chase Elliott, though, leads over Hamlin, then Larson in third. Only 8 laps away from the competition caution. Martin Truex Jr., though, has gone in the wrong direction fast. That car was, I mean, he started on pole, and he's all the way back to 10th.
Believes the top lane will move up. Speaking of Kurt, we do watch him, Junior. He's struggling. Yeah, he's going to get saved by this comp yellow at lap 40.
But as they run, Kurt Busch has lost a lot of ground to Bowman. Because that car, apparently, according to him, is very loose. He's all the way back outside the top 20. He's going to be very thankful for this competition caution coming up. Reddick making a decent amount of progress on the cutoff line, but not much. Byron's moved up a point. McDowell, I think it's pretty hopeless for McDowell at this point, to be honest.
And he's about straightaway ahead of the leader here in lap traffic. Yeah, so he's loose on entry. He's loose in the middle of the corner. All that section of the corner. As soon as he touches the throttle, he says it feels like the front doesn't turn.
Highest running non-playoff driver is Austin Dillon, up in 13th. I mean, I'm honestly, Austin Dillon has had a really solid year, to be honest. He got lucky. I mean, he got unlucky that he missed the playoffs because there are so many surprise winners this year, but definitely hats off to Austin Dillon this year. Probably having the best statistical year besides amount of wins that he's ever had. But now Byron about to get around Truex for 10th. Truex is going to fall out of the top 10 already in this race. He's really going to make a lot of adjustments under this caution coming up here because that car, it may be Sherry strong, but it's not Martin strong tonight. At least not yet. Larson has now caught these leaders. We may see if he'll be able to get around Hamlin for second before the competition caution comes out. That red Valvoline car is looking mighty fine tonight. I'm probably going to say that at least a dozen times because it just looks great right now. Oh, Chase Elliott going to be 3 wide with lap traffic here. He's 3 wide on the inside. Is that going to work? Oh, still side by side with Chris Buescher. Oh, he gets really loose. Now Hamlin will have an opportunity to maybe make a move on the outside, but he's going to get boxed in by the lap car of Chris Buescher. And everything will sort itself out now, back into the order that it was in before. Competition caution is out. Things got thrilling there for a moment before the competition caution came out.
That update by Dave, about Martin Truex Jr. and the loose wheels. This is a track that comes to mind just to load it. You know, if you do have a wheel that's questionable, they would perhaps come loose here more so than perhaps a Martinsville.
We'll definitely have to see if the whole field comes down pit road or just some select drivers.
Well, NASCAR Drive, that's your live race day companion. You can follow your favorite drivers with that high-definition in-car camera, or you can select an alternate camera angle if you want to see more action. Just visit NASCAR.com.
You guys want to put in the chat who your pick is to win.
Today.
And go right ahead and do that.
Sets of tires for these guys. Every time they come to pit road, they're going to want to put them on. Well, when you come to pit road, you do. The question is, how many times do you come to pit road? We will see that more often than the Xfinity cars, who only had really 3 sets to put on during the race.
But I really appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Drop a like and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already.
But as the race continues on,
also, if you guys are seeing me commentating and not a live stream of the actual broadcast, please don't dislike because, I mean, you can't just do that on YouTube. That's called illegal use of other people's content. That is not how I meant to word that. But the first round of pit stops will be coming up here shortly. As I believe pit road is open this time by. I think everybody will be coming. I'm pretty certain here, or maybe not.
So I mean, the average. I mean, So, yeah.
Maybe it was not open this time by. Next time by, I'm pretty sure.
Get yourself put in the back early.
Well, the problem is you also just get right
But
around
this
the
is
front
decision
row.
time early in this race. What strategy are you thinking about pulling off?
Well, if you don't take in every aspect, you just won't be there. I mean, everyone else is trying to.
Already over 100 viewers on the day. Appreciate it.
Hour, half mile hour slower. That's a car length, 2 car lengths by the time you have visited this entire pit road.
Here they come on the pit road.
And here they come on a pit road.
Dillon.
Go back to
Everybody's coming in.
Who, of course, in the playoffs with the most work to do of anybody coming into tonight. He'll hit his marks. Just said that he's building a little bit too tight right now. Needs help.
McDowell maybe out of his pit stall. He is right on the line. He may just be barely in by an inch, but definitely going to have to keep tabs on that if this is going to be an early penalty for this 34 team. Now what they need, 15.4 second pit stop for that 34 crew. Alex Bowman with a 14.2 second pit stop, and Kurt Busch with a 13.9 second pit stop. Now on the other side of pit road, Reddick's into pit, and so is Byron. Who's going to have the quicker stop? Any issues here? We'll see.
Opposite land for William Byron and Eric Almirola. Byron.
Reddick's pit stop seems smooth so far, but Elliot will win the race off pit road. Then it'll be Hamlin, Larson, Keselowski, Harvick. Truex up 4 spots with that number 1 pit stall. Busch up 1 in 7th. Blaney down 1 in 8th. Appreciate everybody watching. You know, guys, I will be right back, so just hang on 1 second.
Every customer has their own Safe Light story. This couple was on a camping trip when their windshield got a chip. They drove to Safe Light for a same-day repair. And with their insurance, it was no cost to them. That's service you can trust. What if you could see all the things your life could be? Makes you wonder, what if?
Is it possible we've met before?
Ordinary Joe, Monday on NBC.
We come to work every day at Home Outlet to make our stores special. Our mission is to not be like other large home stores. It's to be different. With more inventory, your guaranteed lowest price can always be to help our customers. We do specialize in kitchens, baths, and flooring, but
And we are back, guys. Just had to take care of something really quick. And oh my goodness, no!
come see for yourself.
My Larson just fell on the floor, guys. You guys want to check out this snazzy 2021 164 paint scheme for the regular season champion? Will he be the season champion? Is the question. Also got the Nation Guard car. Currently under commercial break, if you're wondering why I'm not commentating. Just had caution for the competition caution at lap 40. Those laps are just clicking by right there.
The 2022 Ford Mustang.
Got some other interesting cars here as well. We got Blaney, Dex Imaging. If you guys do not know, by the way, I am a Larson fan. I'm not a bandwagon fan. I've been a Larson fan since 2014. We're here.
Right now, one in.
Still under caution.
NASCAR Cup Series playoffs from Bristol is telecast presented by Applebee's.
We'll probably see which on the original restart. The outside line did have a bit of a better restart, but not quite as a big deficit between the 2 lanes as we saw in the Xfinity Series race yesterday. We'll have to see if that's different on this restart. But Larson's taking the inside line, and Elliott's taking the outside line. Hamlin will be pushing Elliott. I think Logano will be pushing Larson.
And the situation is, as Paul Wolf looks on, Steve, the hose on the right rear caliper came loose somehow. And when they went to put the right rear tire on,
About to get restarted with 75 to go on the stage.
3rd to 22nd, and now they're worried it might be an issue for the rest of the night on their stops.
Bad for pit stops. I think the brakes will survive, Rick, but it will affect the handling. If
But
one corner-
here we come off turn 4 to the Geico restart zone.
Like more than the others, so we'll see if that affects the 22.
And the 9 with a good restart. Big launch. Clears Larson easily, but Larson's going to be able to hold off Hamlin as well. They're side by side for 3rd, Harvick and Hamlin. Hamlin's going to clear Harvick off turn 2. Harvick now side by side with Keselowski. Keselowski going to have a run off turn 4, and he's going to clear Harvick on the outside. Kyle Busch now on the bumper of Harvick. As they run, Elliot, Larson, Hamlin, Keselowski, Harvick, your top 5 after a couple laps of green flag.
51 points above the cut line right now for Kevin Harvick and that number 4 team. And they've had success here at Bristol, so it wouldn't be.
Gonna have to see though how Joey Logano can make his way through the field after having an issue on that last pit stop. Dillon to the inside of Bowman, back in the pack. As they run, Reddick is the first car out. 7 points back from Almirola, who's fallen to the cutoff car. Bowman not having a great run by any means, but Almirola not having as good a run as Bowman is. Bowman currently runs 10th. Almirola runs 15th. Appreciate anybody tuning in. What place is the number 2 in? Keselowski currently in 4th. Larson now catching up to the Elliott. Larson looked strong at the end of the last run. Will he be able to get by Elliott for the lead here? Oh, he has a bobble in the middle of turns 1 and 2. That's going to make him lose some ground. He's going to bobble it again a bit in turns 3 and 4. Now Hamlin's catching up to Larson.
On the new tire. Yeah, he's going to try and take advantage of that. Right up to the back bumper. Try to make that car even looser, more difficult to drive.
Larson really fighting that car right now. Hamlin's all over his bumper.
He wanted the bottom. Turned early. Just kind of try to get that A-post mirror.
Larson. Oh, Hamlin looking the inside of Larson. And he's going to go to the inside.
Great move by Dillon down into turn 3. Larson's got the racetrack. Will he race him? No, he's going to let him have the spot.
Larson going to let Hamlin go by. I think Larson's car is a bit better on the long run so far from what we've seen. Right now, Kyle Busch trying to maybe work the high lane, trying to get that to rubber in. We'll see. I think he's just testing it out right now. He's just working a higher line right now, not gaining any track position, kind of maybe losing some, if anything. But I think he's just trying to get up there and run that higher line and hope that it'll rubber in a bit. Hope that maybe somebody else goes up there with him to see help that rubber it in even faster. We have not seen a high line at all this whole weekend. We'll have to see if they're able to get one in tonight.
Moving around the racetrack, that means he's definitely not happy with the way that car's handling on the bottom. Trying to find a little bit of speed and pace. Moving around.
As they run, Elliott, Hamlin, Larson, Keselowski, Harvick, your top 5, then Blaney, Byron, Kyle Busch, Truex, Bowman, the top 10.
So many racetracks we go to, the splitter never leaves. It looks like it's basically mounted.
Kurt Busch still having a really tough night, currently running in 21st.
2 inches at start finish line. It's hard to see as Kyle Busch puts a good set of course together. Is actually pulling away from the 19 right here.
But Kyle Busch getting that high line to work. Now Larson's got back to the bumper of Hamlin. You're wondering if that car is starting to come in a bit as the run gets longer.
Yeah, it seems like it just takes
now Byron's closed in the cutoff line. Now it's only 5 back from Almirola.
He also was moving around, experimenting just a little bit with his line.
These guys are starting to catch the rear of the field, so lap traffic will start to come into play once again here as this run progresses. Larson kind of catches a lapped car in a bad spot. That's going to slow him down a bit. But Chase Elliott still leads.
You see the letter car close the gap just a little bit. You'll see this all night long, and as this race goes on, and we really get to the point.
Larson catches another lapped car in a bad spot. This is slowing him down even more. Now Hamlin trying to work a higher line like Kyle Busch has been. If we get a higher line rubber in, that'll certainly change things up. Top 3 all within a half a second almost. But as the playoff bubble runs right now, Almirola 5 to the good over Byron. Then Reddick's 6 back from Almirola. Kurt Busch 9 back.
Where you want the guys to go? You want them to go up high and let you take that low line?
Yeah, while the bottom's the preferred groove, you definitely want all the bottom groove when you're catching the black guys.
Elliott, Hamlin, Larson, your top 3 as they still run all in the same TV picture frame. So give you an idea of how close they are together. Elliott trying to run maybe a bit of a higher line. We are seeing a bit of a higher line maybe come into play here tonight. Nothing like the Xfinity Series race yesterday.
That was what he had to
Hamlin and Larson having to go to the outside of the lap car of Garrett Smithley. Larson now trying that higher liner. Oh, he may have overdrove the corner there a bit, actually. Larson regains composure down in turns 1 and 2. And we're going to go to commercial break once again. It's Elliot, Hamlin, Larson, Keselowski, Harvick, your top 5 at the moment.
Get free delivery today.
Appreciate anybody watching.
Or in store in just 30 minutes. Get your parts and get going.
Yeah, as we look at the live standings,
One crispy Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich.
it's Reddick who's 6 back from Almirola. And then Kurt Busch who's 9 back. And William Byron is 13 back. McDowell almost 50 points back. So I think it's fair to say McDowell maybe a bit out of the picture in terms of this one. Currently, as they run the playoff drivers, you got your top 10 are all playoff drivers. And Austin Dillon, the first non-playoff driver, in 11th. Then Bell, 12th. Reddick in 13th. Almirola in 15th. McDowell in 17th. Kurt Busch in 21st. And Logano in 22nd. Logano, even with these troubles early, is still pretty over 30 points to the good. So as they run, I'd say Christopher Bell, Kyle Busch, Alex Bowman, and Almirola are the only ones that are really in any danger of the cutoff line in terms of guys who are on the inside. Who may be worried about people on the outside.
Welcome back, football fans. We'll see you in the fridge.
POV, you're trying to find a free broadcast. Yeah, I can't stream the actual race, but I can do my best commentary. It looks like the drivers can't even move their heads off their seat at all. Jesus, it looks like a lot of very tough driving, unbelievable. Definitely going to be a pretty. This race is definitely pretty wearing on people. You know, left turns almost. I mean, not all races are left turns, but it's turn, 2 second straightaway, turn, 2 second straightaway. But Larson has gotten by Hamlin while we've been away under commercial break, and now he's closed the gap down to Elliott by a decent margin. Hamlin trying to higher line behind those top 2.
A little issue. Had to chase the car up the racetrack again. Yeah, lost some ground. Another car that lost some ground at pit stop, 22 Logano. He's still back at 22nd. Hasn't gone anywhere. Why this matters is because the 9 and the 5 are setting such a good pace. I mean, he's over.
Larson catching the 9 car even quicker now.
It's going to be a long first stage if he can't catch a break.
50 to go in the stage. We'll have to see if these guys can get to the bumpers of Logano and Kurt Busch, who are currently running outside the top 20. And put them, see if they'll be able to put them a lap down before this stage is over. They've got a lot more lap cars to go through before that point, but we'll see. But Elliott, Larson, Hamlin, Keselowski, Harvick, your top 5. Byron having a strong run right now in 7th. Bowman in 10th, also having an okay run, but right now Bowman's being aided by Almirola having some tough luck right now. Car's not driving as well as he wished it could. But Kurt Busch and Logano are only straight away ahead of your leader, Chase Elliott, so definitely in danger of possibly going a lap down before this stage is over.
You better not lose your track position tonight, because if you get in the back of the field, it's going to be next to impossible to get back up through it.
But one thing we've seen is track position is key, is very key. You cannot lose 10 spots and just make them up like that. Kind of like old Bristol, or not old Bristol, but the Bristol of a couple of years ago. Oh, Larson's going to be able to go to the inside. Elliott, who gets held up by a lap car. Larson to the lead at the moment. Now Hamlin's all over the bumper of Elliott. Larson's to the lead. Now they're 3 wide for an instant. Lap car on the outside of Elliott and Hamlin. Oh, Hamlin and Elliott make contact. Elliott has to shoot up the track and save that car. No damage, major damage to each car, it appears, but no wall contact, so nothing too big to worry about. But Elliott may not be happy about that. He's back to 3rd now behind Hamlin. Really nobody's fault there. It may have been Elliott's fault, if anything. He kind of came down on Hamlin when he had a bit of space to the outside still, but Just a racing incident right there.
40 laps still to go at stage 1.
Things are heating up for the top 5.
24 now.
You kind of, oh man, we got 5 cars all nose to tail here, 5th through 9th.
Trying to get around each other.
Kyle Busch still trying to run that higher line. It's working all right for him. Not doing anything too crazy, but he's not losing speed.
Taking advantage of
Higher line is definitely working better today than it did yesterday in the Xfinity Series race.
That's slowing that 2-car down. All these guys are moving around.
Now, Blaney going to go to the inside of Harvick for 5th. Byron going to try and maybe follow through. Harvick gets a good run off the corner, though, and he's able to hang on Blaney's bumper. But, oh, Harvick has a bobble in the middle of the turns. Now, Blaney's through. But, oh, and they're a lap traffic again. Larson getting boxed in by the 7 and the 53. That's going to slow him down. Now, Hamlin may have an opportunity here. Battles everywhere. You got to love Bristol, man. You got to love Bristol.
That's going to be the interesting situation right now. This racetrack.
Larson's kind of stuck behind the lap car. The 7, he's going to have to try and maybe go to the outside of him. Now, Hamlin's got to run on Larson. Larson just getting slowed down by this 7 car big time. And now Hamlin will be able to go to his outside.
Now where does the lap traffic go?
Where's the lap traffic going to go? If the lap traffic stays on the inside, it's going to be hard to pass him. Oh, now LaJoy goes high, and that's going to box in Hamlin. Larson's going to maybe try and cut down underneath him. Yes, he does. Oh, almost with 3 wide for a moment, but Larson's to the inside of Hamlin. They're 3 wide now. Lap car on the outside. He gets the runs off, but Larson's still on the inside of Hamlin. Hamlin's getting pinned in by this lap car, almost like Larson was a moment ago.
Well, it switched. The track is switched. It's like a light switch. It just switched. You could see it all of a sudden happen. Running the top, all of a sudden got fast in the last 10 laps. So
Now the top line is looking like the better line than the inside line.
Running all that slow. That's where his car was the best. So that's just where he went.
But Hamlin
Larson
now leads over Larson after Larson gets held up by lap traffic. Like I said, lap traffic going to be the story of this race. Who can work lap traffic better? Dirty air seems to be a real problem for some, or not dirty air maybe, but it's just, even if you're not on the bumper of a lapped car, you just cannot get a good run. Larson loose off turn 2. Top 2 still pretty close as they come up to lap the 99 of Daniel Suarez with that cool Mexican Heritage Month paint scheme. Trackhouse has definitely had the best paint schemes this year.
Visual, how much more speed they were comfortably carrying through the middle of the corner now, running up one groove. The 11's got
Hamlin trying to figure out which line he wants to run at. Oh man, and they're battling hard back outside the top 5 through 10th position. Lap cars everywhere. Kyle Busch, oh boy, he almost got squeezed between the 77 and the 24 for a moment. Looking at the battle for 6th on the bottom of the screen. William Byron ahead of Kyle Busch and Martin Truex Jr. Meanwhile, Larson kind of slowly reeling in the leader of Denny Hamlin. But as we're going to cut commercial break once again. Come on. Oh, wait, NASCAR nonstop. Okay, we'll take this. Oh, man, but they are battling everywhere. Kyle Busch on the bumper, William Byron. The lap car is going to get in his way a bit. Harvick been able to pull away from this battle a bit. Things have calmed down a bit there. Still the highest running non-playoff driver, Austin Dillon, 11th. Logano and Kurt Busch still both running outside the top 20, so things are not looking great for those guys tonight. Track position has just been very key the whole race. Now it is Bowman, who's once again on the cutoff line. He has 7 points to get over Reddick and 9 points to the good over Kurt Busch.
Yeah, that's because you all have the same internet.
Hamlin going around the outside of the 17 as Larson starts to reel him in a bit. They're going to be side-by-side lap cars in front of him, though. Oh, Hamlin is going to get boxed in here, but Larson's boxed in behind him. Hamlin looking to maybe go 3 wide. Yes, that's going to work. He's going to go around these lap cars. Boy, oh boy, Hamlin makes a move to get around these lap cars. Now it's Larson who's going to be boxed in here for a moment. Hamlin negotiating lap traffic very well right now. That's really helping him keep this lead over Larson. But as they now put the 17 and the 37 lap down.
You're invited on crisscrossing journey across the
Appreciate everybody watching. Over 200 viewers on the day.
full throttle.
Oh, man. Logano just a corner ahead of the leader, Denny Hamlin. He is going to have to fight hard to stay on the lead lap before the end of the stage. Hamlin negotiating lap traffic again. Oh, he chops down on the nose of the 41. Looks like the 41 may have gotten the worst end of that, but definitely some bit of contact between the 11 and the 41. 11 sees that yellow 22 car, and he's like, I want to put you a lap down. Oh, no, Larson gets boxed in hard by the 38. That's going to allow Hamlin to get a pretty big lead here now. But, man, lap car is playing a key role here. Closing down the end of stage one. Who's going to get that playoff?
Go full throttle. Wi-Fi speeds work.
And will Logano and Kurt Busch be able to stay on the lead lap is probably the biggest question. I think Logano's pretty safe, even if he goes a lap down. Like, even if he wrecks out of this race, he had about 30-point cushion going into this race. So he could even he's pretty safe.
Larson running in that
But 16 to go in the stage. Larson, Hamlin, Elliott, Keselowski, Blaney, your top 5. Then Harvick, Kyle Busch, Truex, Byron, and Bell, the top 10. Bowman currently was running in about 9th position, but he's gone in the wrong direction. He's fallen out of stage points, and he's back in 13th. Now only 6 to the good over Reddick and 8 to the good over Kurt Busch and 10 to the good over his teammate William Byron, who is in position to get possibly 2 stage points here. But he may lose his position to Bell, and then he would only get 1.
Yeah, Alex Bowman at lap 80, he was in the 10th position. So, he's lost.
But Hamlin still leads over Larson as he's going to come up to try and lap Ryan Newman, the Rocket Man. And in front of Ryan Newman, there's Bubba, and then in front of Bubba, it's Joey Logano. So we're going to have to see if they're going to be able to put Joey Logano a lap down here. But track position is just very key. It's hard to gain ground here, that's for sure. It's easy to lose ground, but to gain ground, not 2 different games. Hamlin's lead slimming down just a bit. Oh, Truex going to get boxed in by a lap car there a bit. Byron and Bell are catching up to him. This is the battle for the last couple spots in the top 10 as we come into 10 to go in the stage. Who's going to get those points? Hamlin can see Logano out his windshield. He's right there in front of him. He's just got to get around 2 more cars. 10 to go in the stage. Hamlin a couple car lengths behind the 22. Will he be able to put him a lap down? Oh, in the middle of 3 wide, Hamlin. Oh, that's going to slow him down a bit. That's exactly what Logano wants to happen. He needs Hamlin to get checked up by these lap cars.
And there's so much traffic out here in front of him. That 53 of Josh Malicki. He's been in trouble. Ryan Newman in the 6.
Logano may be safe just barely in this stage.
All that right there may have saved Logano.
Logano's got a couple. Logano's probably, if there was 18 to go in the stage, I would not say Logano's safe. But since it's 8 to go, I think Logano's going to be okay. But now the battle between Hamlin and Larson heating up at the end of this stage. The battle of the season right here. 11 and the 5.
Being on top of pit box. Great to see him. It really is good to see him back. Really good guy.
7 to go in the stage. 6 to go in the stage. Larson on the bumper of Hamlin literally through turns 1 and 2. Larson wants this stage win. But in front of Hamlin is the last car on the lead lap, the 23 of Bubba Wallace. Bubba's not going to go a lap down easy here. So Hamlin between a rock and a hard spot right now. Larson's on the quarter panel of Hamlin. Oh, he tries to cross him over. Now Larson the outside of Hamlin. Hamlin gets boxed in by Bubba. Larson's going to have to run off the top side. Larson to the lead with 4 to go in stage 1, but now he's boxed in by Bubba.
Larson now has the same issue that Denny
3 to go in the stage. Bubba holding up these leaders and making this quite the fight for the end of the stage. 3 to go in the stage. Hamlin on the inside, Larson on the outside. The lap car, Bubba, holding up Larson big time here. Oh, no, Hamlin's going to get around Bubba. Bubba, no, why you have to get in the way? Larson out of the inside of Bubba. He's going to get around him. Now he's on the quarter panel. Hamlin with 1 to go in the stage. Oh, but Hamlin with a good run off.
1 lap to go.
Through turns 1 and 2 in stage 1. Hamlin leads over Larson. Larson going to maybe have one last shot at him in turns 3 and 4, but the lap car of the 66 is going to block him hard. And it's going to be Hamlin winning stage 1. Woohoo. And then Larson second, Elliot third, Keselowski fourth, Blaney fifth. Harvick sixth, Kyle Busch seventh, Bell eighth, Trix ninth, Byron 10th. PRO, yes, capital PR, capital. Hamlin will win stage 1 in a thriller. Bubba Wallace getting in the way once again, doing his best. Appreciate anybody tuning in so far in this race. Almost 300 viewers already. Please don't dislike because I'm not streaming the actual race. I literally can't do that because, there's a thing that's called copyright. I do just say the best thing to happen so far during this race broadcast is Kyle Busch trolling the Bristol audience in driver intros when they were booing him. And he was like, goes up to the microphone and he was like, if you love Rowdy, go boo.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com. Ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time.
But how are you guys doing tonight? The end of stage 1.
So if it's time to
Playoff points were awarded. Byron was able to get 1. Now, the playoff bubble as they run. Bowman, 4 to the good over Reddick. And then was that 7 to the good over Busch. And 13 to the good over Byron. So Byron still has some work to do. So far, no cautions for incident yet. But here we are back to the broadcast. Pit stop's going to get underway here in a moment. We're going to see who gains and who loses on pit road. Pit road is definitely a chaotic spot at Bristol. At the end of stage 1, the beneficiary of that was Bubba Wallace, the first car a lap down.
You download the official app of NASCAR and follow the action with free live score, in-car cameras, and radio broadcast. Search NASCAR in your app store to download and start a free trial tonight.
But so far, Chase Elliott's led the most laps tonight, 77.
Now, drivers that had issues on pit road, like Logano, like Kurt Busch, how do they resolve those?
We're going to see who can gain and lose spots on pit road because it's really hard to gain track position out on the track right now. So if you can pick up 3 spots on pit road, that's big. If you lose 3 spots on pit road, that's big.
He's minus 42 right now. Report from him inside the cockpit, just building too tight. And the higher he moves up the racetrack, the tighter he gets. So they'll make an adjustment for that. Kyle Busch in the middle of your screen. Similar report, just that he was tight center exit, and he loses the nose of the car and launches up the racetrack. Made a chassis adjustment, 4 tires and fuel.
But right now, McDowell, Busch, and Bowman, who's going to get the fastest pit stop? I think it's going to be Kyle Busch. But Kyle Busch having an issue, it looks like, on that left side. A 16.5 second pit stop. McDowell with a 15.3, Bowman with a 13.8. Slow pit stop for Kyle Busch. We'll have to see if he loses any track position there. On the other side, you got Reddick, Byron, Almirola pitting. We'll have to see who gains spots, who loses spots. Larson's gotten around Elliot and has gotten around Hamlin. Hamlin going to lose 3 spots on pit road here. And it is Larson, Elliot, Kozlowski all gaining 1. Hamlin losing 3. Harvick up 1. Blaney losing 1. Bell and Byron up 2. Kyle Busch losing 2. And Almirola up 2 as well. So things changing up big time on pit road. Going to see who picks which line on this restart here to start stage 2.
So, when do you all go home? Never. We're here for you 24/7. How terrifying.
Protection's so good, it's scary. The Adams Family 2 playing October 1st. This is so crispy, juicy, and tender. You might even call it deluxe.
How are you guys doing tonight?
Definitely call it deluxe.
Who's your pick to win?
Brown's deluxe crispy chicken sandwich.
Who do you think will be a surprise winner? And who do you think will be the highest finishing non-playoff driver?
Like your Reese's. There you go. Turn off all the lights in your house. Yeah. And then just don't answer the door. I'm sorry, Reese's.
Whoa! I see you're loving cricket.
You guys want to hit that subscribe button for more NASCAR streams and content in the future? You can go right ahead.
Everything you want, including the price.
We're gonna literally, I don't know. It's commercial break, and there's not a lot to talk about at the moment. In the stage 1, Larson, here's a Larson delivery diecast. This is a pretty cool one. This is a random Trump 2020 Joe Nemechek car. We got the Bubba Wallace Air Force Warthog car. This is a pretty dope car right here. Love the teeth on that thing. Look at that right there. Let the camera focus for a second. It's another one that we got out here. Oh, we got a Jimmy Johnson patriotic scheme. Cool looking car. LA also knocked the ball out of the park with Bowman's patriotic scheme earlier this year, I think. That was one of my favorites I've seen. Also got Miss Harvick here. Look at that purple. Beautiful.
Rick, I'm down here at the 11-bit box in Toyota Racing. Established the Dream Experiential Endowment in partnership with Bubba Wallace. Live to Be Different Foundation. And Kelly, a 16-year-old senior high school student from Las Vegas who aspires to become a crew chief, she was given the opportunity to meet with Denny Hamlin's crew chief.
How are you guys doing today? I'm going to say that a lot. Can't deny it.
Join the team in Victory Lane. What an amazing experience. The full video of Kelly's experience is on Twitter at Toyota Racing. And it was so cool to see Denny here tonight with his kids. I know he understands the future, especially of female.
How are you guys doing tonight, though? Almost 300 viewers on the day. Going to get going in this restart here in a moment.
For Kelly to be able to be a part of that team and to get to Victory Lane. Morning.
I'm going to be coming up on the choose cone here, I believe, in a moment. Oh, no, they've already gone. Chase Elliott speeding on pit road. He's going to go from second all the way back. Big penalty here. Going to be having to make up a lot of track position tonight. Luckily, picked up 8 stage points in stage 1, so I think he's pretty much all safe in terms of missing the playoff bubble, but we'll see how far if he drops back a lot here once they update the standings next time by. Yeah, now as they run, even though he's gone all the way back to the tail end of the field, Chase Elliott still 15 points to the good. So Chase Elliott is safe, in my opinion, even though he's got struggles. We'll have to see if he can work his way up through the field. Pace cars pulled off. Larson on the outside, Hamlin on the inside. Through the Geico restart zone. Larson with a good launch. Inside with a bad launch. Kozlowski, Harvick, all trying to go follow through Larson, with Larson on the outside of Hamlin. Larson out to a big lead. Kozlowski and Hamlin make contact off turn 2. Good save by both those drivers. Larson drives away. Hamlin's still on the corner panel of Kozlowski. He's going to tuck in 3rd place. Harvick in 4th. Bell up to 5th. He's having a good run tonight. All right. Oh, Blaney the outside of Bello for 5th. Man, this race is great, guys. Going to see if Kurt Busch and Logano can make up some ground on this restart after getting stuck back in traffic last time. Larson bobbles it in turns 3 and 4. He's now to the outside. Keselowski's going to lead that lap. Larson on the outside, Keselowski on the inside. Larson having maybe some serious handling issues here on this restart. He's going back quickly. He's back to 3rd. Doesn't seem to be able to hold the inside right now.
So the 5 cars obviously struggling on the short run. They probably need to work on that just a little bit, guys. Cannot lose this track position. So much harder to get back, especially when this track goes to the top. And it's hard to pass, Dave.
Keselowski now leads over Hamlin and Larson. Let's go, Brad K. Doing pretty good tonight.
It's not awkward that he's still there. They're very focused on what they're doing. About the only thing Brad's not involved in with the Penske organization.
But right now, as they run, Bowman only 4 to the good over Tyler Reddick, and then Kurt Busch he's only 7 to the good over Kurt Busch.
At 37 years old, Brad Keselowski making
Byron 12 back from Bowman. Almirola 12 to the good.
This year here in 2021. Looking very strong here.
But things can change real fast. Reddick right now running in the 10th position. Bowman running in the 12th position. Reddick now only 2 back from Bowman. Kurt Busch has just not been able to make up any track position tonight. He's back in 20th right now. Hamlin trying to run that high line and get a move on Keselowski. He's looking to the inside of Keselowski in turns 1 and 2. They're side by side. Off turn 4. Oh, they may have made slight contact. Keselowski on the outside in turn 3 and 4. He's going to let him go, possibly. But now Larson's on his quarter panel. Now Larson will tuck in line in 3rd. Hamlin back to the lead. Larson on Keselowski's bumper now. Larson now looking the inside of Keselowski down the front straightaway. Larson's car coming to him now. He definitely not a short run car, that 5 car at the moment, but definitely has a bit stronger on the long run. But Hamlin now leads by a pretty comfortable margin over Larson. Now Blaney to the bumper of the 2. Blaney is running as good as he has tonight, up in 4th. Blaney has run good at Bristol in the past, but always gets caught up in somebody else's mess, it seems. Appreciate everybody watching. Drop a like if you have not already. Larson catching a lap car in a bad spot. Hamlin just continuing to grow that lead over a second now. That's a pretty big gap in terms of how the lead has been tonight. Hamlin just been able to negotiate lap traffic better than anybody else tonight, that's for sure. Elliot, after getting put to the rear of the field because of that penalty, has not been able to make up any progress. But because he scored all those stage points, lucky for him, he's 20 to the good. I think Chase Elliott's safe. I'm pretty sure Chase Elliott's safe.
But I mean, that is a bigger penalty than a slower pit stop when it comes to actual track position.
Watching at the top of the screen, the 4-car Harvick closed in on the back bumper, the 2-car Keselowski.
How are you guys doing tonight? Harvick now catching Keselowski. Going to try and get that 4th position after Blaney's gone by him.
They've stepped up. This team won more races than anybody last year. Dominated the season.
Now Reddick in to the playoffs as they run. Bowman is out. Reddick is in. Reddick running in 10th, but Bowman just not able to have a solid run right now. Outside the top, I believe he's running in like 15th. Bowman running in 14th at the moment. Hamlin still leads over Larson with a comfortable margin. I wonder if that'll change once heavier lap traffic approaches. But Kurt Busch is going to need some big improvements in that car to be able to advance beyond this round right now. All he needs to do is to pick up a couple spots, considering how bad Bowman and Reddick seem to be. They're not running bad, but they're not running near the lead. So if he can just get up into the top 10, it'll pretty much secure him his spot. But right now, 12th through 15th are separated only by 6 points. Reddick tied with Bowman. He holds that tiebreaker. And then Kurt Busch 6 back, and so is Byron, who's also 6 back. Almirola 10 to the good. He's running in 9th right now, just doing what he needs to do. Reddick about to pass him, though. Oh, is the 10 smoking a bit? 10 smoking a bit. I wonder if he's got an issue. That could change things drastically. Almirola smoking, but now we cut the commercial break, of course. But commercial break now. But Almirola was smoking while right before they cut to the commercial. Was not sure if that was mechanical or a tire, but either way, not good.
We took the familiar.
Yeah, as they run. The highest running non-playoff drivers, Eric Jones up in 11th. Solid run for that team right now. But then outside the top 10, Truex Jr. in 12th, Bowman in 15th, Logano in 16th, Busch in 19th, Elliott in 20th. And then that is where those guys who are running outside the top 10 are. All 38 cars are still out there making laps. But as we look at the live standings, it is Tyler Reddick who now has a 1-point advantage over Bowman. And he has a 6-point advantage over Kurt Busch and 11-point advantage over William Byron. Reddick up to 8th and Byron right in front of him in 7th. "40 laps into this stage. Currently under commercial break. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to put them in the chat. Appreciate everybody watching.
Based on the size and unknown depth, there is little hope of finding any survivors.
Still under commercial break. And hopefully we get back from this commercial break soon. And yet here we are now. Larson has caught Hamlin. Oh, Larson gets super loose, though, off turn 4. Larson's car is fast, but it's just not handling as good as he'd want it. Oh, and the caution is out. The 99 has some pretty big damage on his left rear. Definitely made contact with somebody. We'll have to see who. Oh, Ryan Newman.
Oh, my goodness.
The 6 is killed. Looks like he may have blown a tire or something going into turn. Yeah, Ryan Newman has some sort of issue entering turn 3. Goes straight into the wall. Right in front of Cole Custer is going to get some front edge damage. And then Cole Custer ducking down the track gets into the 99. So definitely the heaviest damage belonging to the 6. The 99 also getting some damage. So the 10 still smoking. Can't really tell if he's got tire rub or anything. But if he's been able to keep running for the last 20 laps, it can't be too severe, I wonder.
So at this point, you hope that something simple, maybe too much oil in the rear end, coming out the breather line.
But yeah, Almirola is smoking here. This is not good for him.
Is if you had an issue in the rear end,
We're going to have a caution here, and I'm pretty sure everybody will pit to split the stage in half.
to the right side of that rear end here is not going to survive.
The only problem is
wheel doesn't look shiny either.
yeah, we'll have
So
to,
they definitely have to diagnose it, but this will give him a chance to do that.
we'll have to see if he takes a long pit stop here. The only problem is he'll lose a lot of track position, and that is not something that you want to happen tonight. It's just been very hard to make up track position. As you can see, Kurt Busch and Logano had issues and got stuck outside the top 20. Kurt Busch has not made up any ground, and Logano's only up to 16th.
Oh, he gets run into right there. So I think that might have been Bubba Wallace that got into the back of him, creating a lot of damage to the 99 car on the right rear quarter panel.
We'll have to look at the front of the 20.
Appreciate anybody watching, though.
So coming, I think that the 6 and the 41 might have had some contact on the straightaway.
You're absolutely right.
Oh, the 23 also got some damage in this mess.
One to make contact. That one matches one right, like a puzzle piece.
The 23 and the 99 got together trying to avoid 6 who had a tire failure.
Was something that created that issue for him. Happened a little bit before that.
Oh, it looks like the 23 and the 99 got together before there was even a crash. So you wonder if we get a replay of that, if there's some bad blood boiling or what, or if somebody just made a mistake.
Right there, 4 cars. Oh, there you go. You see the 41?
Oh, that's the 6 blew a tire because I think he may have cleared himself on the 41, or the 41 hooked him into the wall. And in that stack up, that's when the 23 got into the 99. Then right after that, the 6 ended up blowing a tire the next lap.
6 is clearing himself over the 41 right there. And so they all slow up, and then that's where Dan Wallace, but Wallace doesn't get slowed up. He didn't see it happening as quick as the guys in front of him.
Coming to pit road now to get those 4 fresh tires and fuel. Dillon.
Kyle Busch will come in from the 6th spot. Then Dowling got tight condition all evening long. Said that run was better, but it's still too.
But now we'll see who is the quick pit stops here. Who loses time? Kyle Busch had a slow pit stop last time.
Your screen said the car was better to start, but Manny cannot get back to the gas as the run goes on. Alex Bowman said his car still just a little bit too tight, but he feels like he can run the top a little bit better than he can the bottom of the racetrack.
Kyle Busch with a 14.2 second pit stop. Quicker than last time, but still not great.
13th to 8th on the racetrack. Very happy with this.
Reddick's car is running very well. He gained 5 spots during that last run, more than anybody else, I believe. Reddick's going to have a 13.1 second pit stop. That's quick. That was the 13.8. Byron with a 14 flat. But Larson will win the race off pit road. Then Keselowski in third. But yeah, Larson getting the quicker pit stop than Hamlin once again. That's the second time this race he's gained the lead on pit road. What stage are we in? I'm just finding your room. I don't know what you mean by room, but we are in stage 2. 47 laps complete in stage 2. Under caution for Newman clearing himself or Cole Custer, and then he blows a tire after a result of that. And then Suarez and Bubba got contact trying to avoid that incident. I think that may end Ryan Newman's night. He may be the first car eliminated from this race. Cole Custer, Suarez, and Bubba also got some pretty severe damage. So those guys are going to have long nights. The lucky dog from that caution was Ryan Preece.
We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit Howard.
But yeah, as they run,
we'll match you with
it is Reddick who is 5 to the good over Alex Bowman, and then he is 10 to the good over Kurt Busch and 17 to the good over William Byron. It looks like Almirola's night may come to an early end after they have found some fluid in that front end. Not sure what it's from yet. He was still able to run competitive lap times before they came in under that caution, so I don't know if it'll end the night for them or not, if they're going to be able to replace that, but we'll see.
Update. Alex Below leads the championship point standings, coming off his 3rd win of the year. That was last week. That award next, followed by 2-time champion Joseph Newgarden, 6-time champ Scott Dixon. Meanwhile, Mr. 7-time in NASCAR, Jimmy Johnson has run only road courses in his rookie IndyCar season. But recently,
how are you guys doing tonight? You want to put in the chat who your pick is to win. Appreciate everybody watching. Almost 400 viewers on the day.
Qualifying shows following our coverage tonight. And the race is tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern on NBC.
Happy birthday to our buddy Jimmy Johnson. Yeah, or 6 yesterday.
Getting close to it.
But Almirola had to come in an extra time. But now,
Let's take a listen to what the crew is saying.
You have a game plan? Do you know what it is?
No, we got to open the hood to look at it. All we know is we got fluid inside the left front.
All right, so fluid inside the left front. Unfortunately, that
car is still smoking.
brake fluid could be steering.
Almirola don't really know what the issue is with that car yet, but it's definitely smoking, even under pace laps.
You can tell.
And they're going to post the 10, so he'll get a black flag the last
They put us on the board. We got to get in. Not going to go. Not going to go. They're looking for oil.
Cautions come back out. They're afraid there might be some fluid on the track.
All right, so right here you see a crew member standing on pit wall in his right hand. That is an oil line. It doesn't look very long, so it tells me this perhaps is the oil line that feeds the oil cooler. It would be in the left front corner of the race car.
So,
open the hood.
Doesn't seem to be.
They don't even take a wrench.
They may be able to repair this issue for the 10 pretty quickly, but
Not a quick connect.
Well, what it is, it's
not sure if they will, if what it is quite yet.
Together, so they won't need a wrench. If they can do this and not lose a lap, it's going to be very impressive.
Well, Almirola gonna have to hope for a quick fix on this issue here, so that way he can stay on the lead lap.
Lose a lap. Well, now the problem they're having is the car's going green, so he's going to lose many laps because they're going to do this under speed.
No, he went back to caution.
That's a huge break. Yeah, so they said they were looking for oil. But they said, hey, we're out here looking for
Caution
oil.
is back out.
That immediately was the sign that, hey, that's the break for the 10 car. Because they can come down pit road, maybe get that line changed and not go as many laps down. Well, and I'm going to applaud NASCAR. Remember,
But that 10 car is smoking heavily.
They can't be dropping the green if there's potential fluid. Obviously, there is to put the speed right now. A huge break for Eric Almirola. This is going to be great to watch.
But yeah, they're gonna hopefully be able to repair this issue on the 10 car quickly. But as they run,
Even if you have to lose a lap, lose it. Shut up the motor. You can't oil pump if you're going to disconnect the line. They're going to go in here.
yeah, smoking big time. They're gonna see if they can fix it.
Oil is going to be 260 to 280 degrees. Everything under that hood is cooking. The headers are super hot. You see them spraying some brake clean, probably trying to figure out which line's leaking. The issue is,
And they are trying hard to fix this issue on the 10.
oh, yeah, shut the fan off. You don't want fingers next to that electric fan. And see, they're still not wanting to go yet. They're still out there trying to clean the track. So the longer they clean the track, the more of a break for Eric Almirola.
But
They'll screw you.
Almirola having issues here early.
The other line's going on. We'll update you when we return to the
Mechanical issues on that 10 car. Hopefully they'll be able to repair that issue. But now, as they run, Almirola below the cutoff line. Now Reddick and Bowman are in, and Kurt Busch is out. Almirola, Byron, McDowell.
I can. We will. Together, we become.
How are you guys doing tonight? Whew, we have had a decent amount of commercial breaks. Still only one caution for incident. It wasn't even too dramatic. We just had Ryan Newman, who kind of cleared himself over Cole Custer and then ended up blowing a tire after contact he made from the wall because he cleared himself. And then he got damaged. He's probably out of this race. Custer got damaged. Suarez and Bubba also got damaged. But they should all, those three cars should be able to continue, but not at, fast pace. It does seem that Ryan Newman is still out on the track, actually, so he's not even out of this race yet. So all 38 cars are still out there making laps. But yeah, as they run, Eric Almirola, 11 points back from that cutoff line.
We've been listening into the communication, and you can go inside the headset.
And he would probably lose a lap here from this whole issue with his motor. So you'll have to see. This is going to get spicy here, possibly.
The crews continue to clean up some oil on pit road from that 10 car. They got that oil line changed and stayed on the lead lap. Great work by the 10. Let's listen in. I think we have a few more updates on what they think the issue was.
All right, we're good here. Stay out here. You're going to see smoke for a little bit because the old oil still sitting there, but we got the line change that had a leak in it. We got the line change that had a leak in it. Copy. We should just have to check over everything.
So the 10's still smoking, but they changed the oil line that they thought was leaking. Just going to check it once again to make sure that it's not something else.
See some oil sitting on the pit wall. Doesn't look like they're going to go. They would have to go into the back of the car, actually behind the driver, where the oil tank is. Oil.
Do they practice that? Is that a pit stop practice ever?
Maybe not practice it, but make sure you understand how the car works.
But Almirola will restart this right time at the tail end of the field as a result. So here they come, the Geico restart zone is coming up. And Larson on the outside, Keselowski on the inside. Who's going to get the launch? Larson with the launch, but no help. Hamlin spins the tires big time. But Larson has a couple car length lead now. Hamlin going to be able to throttle around the outside of Keselowski. Harvick going to try and follow through. Harvick on the outside of Keselowski. Oh, with a good run off turn 4. And Harvick up to third. Keselowski back to fourth on this restart. Blaney now the outside of Keselowski. Keselowski may lose 4 spots on this restart. Go from the front row back to 5th. Kyle Busch up to 7th. Or 6th, actually. My bad. The highest he's run tonight. Reddick also running in 7th. He is also having a really solid run tonight. Just what he needs to advance. But Larson still leads over Hamlin and Harvick, your top 3. But Reddick's car looking strong tonight. Bell's car looking pretty strong tonight. Guys that needed to have just solid performances are doing that. But as they run, it's Reddick 13 to the good, Bowman 5 to the good, now 4 to the good, and Kurt Busch 4 to the bad, 3 to the bad, and Almirola 6 to the bad. Kurt Busch they need to find something in that car. If he just finishes top 15, he should be able to get to the next round. Like, they don't even need an insane amount of speed in that car. They just need something.
The clock's run out of the damaged vehicle policy, so he'll retire the car for you.
Ryan Newman is the first DNF. He was not able to get up to minimum speed after making that last caution. Larson and Hamlin, Harvick, and then Blaney. Keselowski, your top 5. Kyle Busch, Reddick, Bell, Logano, Elliott, the top 10. Elliott's now recracked the top 10 after having that penalty on that pit stops at the end of stage 1.
Probably the best at running the top at all these different racetracks. And you always explained that it just seems so.
Kurt Busch knocking down that gap between him and Bowman to 2 points. Neither Bowman or Kurt Busch having solid runs tonight. They're both running outside the top 15, but since they are tied coming into this race, it's really all about who can just finish better. Even if one finishes 25th and one finishes 19th, that's all one needs.
Here's playoff problem updates. The 2 drivers, the 9 and the 22, a slow pit stop earlier. The 9 was caught speeding. Well, here they both are all the way back up in the 9th.
But here's the 9 on the bumper of the 20, and the 22 right behind him. Those guys have had to work their way back up through the field tonight.
You don't recover. You go home during the week. You say, if we had kept track position, we'd have had a good night.
Kurt Busch up to 18th. He, like I said, he just needs to get a top 15, top 10, and he should be safe. But a solid run tonight on this 43 car. He's been top 15 most of the night and is about to knock on the door of the top 10. It would be a great run by that 43 car to get a top 10 here tonight. They've struggled all year. Didn't have high expectations this year, but probably not even met those minimal expectations.
Jeff, is it fair to say, or Dale Jr., is it fair to say the choose rule helps that? You can kind of gain some spots.
But Larson now has a half-second lead over Hamlin, and then it's 2 seconds back to Blaney. So it's once again, it's going to probably be the Larson and Hamlin show on this run. They've just been able to be the 2 dominant cars tonight, and they've just been able to drive away on every single one of these runs. Bell about to go around Reddick. He's on the inside, but Reddick's going to have momentum off the high side. Now Logano going to the inside of Byron behind those guys. The high lane really coming in now. Oh, they're 3 wide for a moment up here. Bell trying to go around on the inside of Reddick. Just can't clear him off to corner exit. He's going to clear him, though, this time. He's up to 8th. Reddick's back to 9th. And now Elliot is going to be hounding Reddick.
Hey guys, let's give you an update on Kurt Busch sitting in 17th, talking on the radio right now to his crew chief Matt McCall, and he has told the guys, we have just not hit it tonight. And that's just now talking about maybe a vibration. He's worried about it being perhaps a loose wheel that has come about as well.
Kurt Busch now with a possible vibration, maybe a loose wheel. That could be huge for that team if they have to make a green flag pit stop. That basically ends their night. And right now they're running better than they have all night, up in 17th.
Yeah, if the car's too low, obviously it's going to be getting into the racetrack. Splitter's going to be on the track. You're going to have to come in, put Packer in the car, get it up off the track. If the heights are too high, your car's just not going to be aerodynamically.
Jones trying to go around the outside of Logano. Go up to the 11th spot. Stenhouse Jr. now going to try to go the inside of Logano. Logano maybe losing some ground here. Larson leads, so still over Hamlin, and now Blaney is up to 3rd. Oh, yeah. Working heavy lap traffic, your leaders are. Oh, Hamlin boxed in, though, a bit between by the 777 and 51. Oh, he's got nowhere to go right now. He's getting boxed in hardcore by the 7 and the 51. Oh, he's going to – oh, now he finally gets the inside of the 7, but that's going to slow him down a ton. Probably lose a half a second there. The thing is both the inside and the outside keep changing, like which one's the better line. And so lap cars kind of go sometimes the inside, sometimes the outside. But both lines are so they change so frequently, even though the lap cars may be thinking they're in the worst lane, they may actually not be. And so that hurts these leaders trying to get around them. Where is Bowman? Bowman currently in 16th, just ahead of Kurt Busch, who's in 17th. Bowman, as they run, has 1 point to the good over Kurt Busch. And he's only 5 to the good over Almirola and 10 to the good over Byron. Reddick's only 2 to the good as well. Well, 2 to the good over Kurt Busch. And then Kyle Busch is the next driver, but he's got about 20 points to the good. So I think it's down to about 11th through 15th in the points. McDowell has been able to stay on the lead lap this whole race, but still, I mean, they're not showing any real pace on that car, and I just think it's the accomplishment that it was for that team to win the Daytona 500. Don't think anybody had them making it past the first round. Hello, what the dog doing? How you doing? Currently under commercial break still. But currently, the highest running non-playoff driver, Eric Jones, in 11th. He's having a solid run tonight. Kurt Busch, though, having probably the worst night of any of the playoff drivers, or besides McDowell, he's not been able to crack the top 10 at once tonight. And now may have a possible loose wheel. So that's definitely something to keep an update on. If he has to pit under green, it's pretty much game over for Kurt Busch, I believe. Yeah, there's going to be 40. There's 40 to go in the stage. So if he's able to make it to the end of the stage, it's probably a lucky sign that it wasn't a loose wheel. But Briscoe's doing good. He's on the lead lap. Yeah, Briscoe is also doing good tonight. I think he was the highest running non-playoff driver at 1.2. But now we are back to the broadcast, and Larson now has a bit of a lead over Hamlin. But now he's got some heavy lap traffic ahead of them. They're side by side. He's boxed in a bit by the 41 car. But now Harvick catching up to Blaney, going to try and pass Blaney back for that 3rd spot. Man, lap traffic is playing such a key role. If you get boxed in one turn, you lose like 4 or 5 tenths. Harvick to the outside of Blaney. He's trying to look for a run off the top side. He's going to get it. He's past the door. Blaney sends it in turns 3 and 4. So he's going to get the run off turn 4. And Harvick back up to 3rd. Solid run tonight out of that 4 team. As they run right now, Reddick and Bowman 1 to the good over Kurt Busch. Man, this is crazy. Almirola only 4 to the bad, and Byron 6 to the bad. It is close, 11th through 15th in the points.
You mentioned earlier, Harvick, the winningest driver a year ago.
But Larson still leads by over a second and a half over Danny Hamlin, then Harvick in third, Blaney fourth, Keselowski fifth. 34 to go in stage 2. And now Kurt Busch has tied Tyler Reddick on the playoff bubble, and he holds that tiebreaker. Kurt Busch currently runs in the positive, but now he goes back to the negative. Man, it's changing every lap. Who gains a position? Who loses a position? Man, Blaney losing some ground right now to Harvick, and Keselowski may be able to get to his bumper and get around him here soon. Elliot and Kyle Busch now battling. Elliot having to work his way back up through this field after getting that speeding penalty at the end of stage 1. Oh, car in the wall. Oh, big crash. The 38, the 78. The 78 and the 38 hard in the wall. The 78 is killed. So is the 38. That dude wipes car is not going to be able to be repaired with some dude wipes. That 78, his night is done. Oh, that's, yeah, the thing is killed. I want to see what happens. I think he may have got hooked.
Smaller teams like the 78 of BJ McLeod. It's not just a poor finish, but this is a race car that's going to need major repairs if they plan on running it at any point during the rest of the season. Let's take another look.
We'll look at the replay here. Looks like the 38 gets help from the 77, and then
it looks to me like the 7 just sends them off into the corner.
So Corey LaJoie punts Anthony Alfredo, and then Anthony Alfredo spins in front of BJ McLeod. Justin Haley also plowing into BJ McLeod. So 38, 78, and 77 all getting big damage. Probably going to be the end of the night for the 78 and the 38, and maybe even the 77. Because Corey LaJoie, I mean, it looks like he punted the 38. He may have not have, but the 38 punts. The 7 punts the 38. 78 also crashes, and so does the 77. I don't know if they'll be able to repair that 77 or not. We'll see. Appreciate everybody watching. Almost 10 likes on the day. What place is the number 2 car in right now? Number 2 is in P5. He's pretty safe in terms of the playoff bubble unless he gets. But as they run, Reddick and Bowman only 1 to the good over Kurt Busch. And only 4 to the good over Almirola and 9 to the good over Byron. Now, as they run at the time of this caution, it's Larson, Hamlin, Harvick, Blaney, Keselowski, Kyle Busch, Elliott, Byron, Bell, Jones, Reddick, Logano, Truex, Stenhouse, Dillon right out the top 15. Then you got Bowman, Busch, Chastain, Briscoe, Dibby, the top 20. Bubba, Priest, Almirola, Buescher, and McDowell right out our top 25. And those are all the cars on the lead lap.
You and Jeff were both talking about how aggressive these guys are racing from 20th to 30th.
And the 51 will be back on the lead lap. Solid run tonight for J.J. Aley in that car on the lead lap, almost at the end of stage 2. That car is a car that's kind of partially owned by Richard Petty Motorsports. And considering that Eric Jones is doing so well, you're wondering if those guys are sharing a bit of their setup. Maybe that's helping the 51 still running on the lap late in this race, or at the halfway point in this race almost.
Kind of get into it a little bit late. Don't know what happened off the turn 2.
But yeah, the 7 just punts the 38 here. The 38 spins down in front of the 78. The 77 also has nowhere to go.
That house comes to the picture. I avoided any sort of damage.
Yeah, really. Now that's going to tally up the total amount of cars that are out of this race.
But it brings out the 4th caution of the night for Bristol. That run was 39 laps, so this might be one of those times in the race where you may not.
We'll have to see who pits and who does not. Track position's so key. I don't think any of the leaders are going to pit, but I'm not quite sure. We haven't really seen any differentiating strategies yet in this race. We'll have to see.
Activity. We'll just have to see what all these crew chiefs think. And if everybody does come to pit road, does someone like Kurt Busch stay out and just try to flip this track position and work his way back up into the top 5?
I think if you see some leaders pit, I definitely see you're going to see some guys back in the pack stay out because track positions are so key. even if your car's not that quick.
3 and 4, and it's right on the entrance to pit road that comes out of turn 4. So we're waiting for pit road to open. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
Under commercial break, though. Once again, guys, we're going to have over or under 10 cautions tonight. Currently, going to have at least 5. You got $520 on Larson? It's going to be, I don't know about that one, man. Larson's my favorite driver. I want him to win, but he's strong. But I'm just afraid he's going to get caught in an off-strategy call or something. Because Hamlin also looks strong.
I need to try it first.
Appreciate everybody watching, though.
You found your team, whether you're winning or just doing your best. When you're on the lanes, they're right behind you. Reunite with your team. Go bowling.
At USAA, we've been called too exclusive, because we were created for officers. But as we've evolved with the military, we've grown to serve all who've honorably served.
Well, how are you guys doing tonight?
Or when they were in.
Appreciate everybody tuning in. Drop a like if you have not already. And hit that subscribe button if you're new. That is, if you're enjoying. Please don't drop a like. I mean, a dislike. Right for running. But yeah, I hope Larson wins too. We got the Hendrick Cars diecast right here, as well as the Nation Guard.
What a joke he is.
Just like every form of racing has ever been, there's always somebody else's fault.
Very, very hot right now.
You just use one man.
But, oh boy, we're going to see who gains and loses ground on these pit stops. If there's any strategy, track position's just been so key.
So tempers sometimes flare when you come to Bristol Motor Speedway. Some of the best moments, Earnhardt, Labonte just wanted to rattle his cage a little bit.
You know, something that I'm not sure the fans understand is if your driver goes and does something that they cheer
But
for.
right now, as they run, oh, the red flag is out now because they're having to clean up debris from this crash.
They get yelled at. I've been up there that pushed the kids.
Yeah, as they run, it's Reddick and Bowman who are 1 to the good, Kurt Busch 1 to the bad, Almirola 4 to the bad, Byron 9 to the bad.
So the field actually has been stopped right now on the front stretch.
And Kyle Busch running in 10th in terms of the points, and he's 25 to the good, so I think he's safe. I think Bell's safe.
They'll continue to clean that up. They didn't want to lose any laps.
I think it won't be long. I think at the end of stage 2, we're going to see Ryan Blaney and Joey Logano and Kevin Harvick probably seal the deal for their rallies into the next round of the playoffs. I'm really wondering how far Harvick's going to be able to go in this playoff format, because the thing is he's consistent. I don't think he's going to win or anything, or he's going to really change out. Like, he's going to all of a sudden become better in these playoffs. But in the regular season, he finished 8th in the regular season standings. So, like, is he going to be able to make it that far? Like, he was consistent. He got a lot of top 10s. Like, I think he had the 3rd most top 10s of anybody in the regular season. And that's a lot for somebody to not win at all this regular season. So, I think in the next round is, I don't want to say luck, but you got kind of 2 wild cards somewhat in the Roval and Talladega. So if he can keep his nose clean, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Harvick in the round of 8, and then it'll be really interesting to see if he can muster everything together and get into that round of Final 4. You know, it'd be funny if Harvick gets to the Final 4 this year, but wasn't able to make it last year. After last year, he had the most dominating season probably of his career, and this year's probably the worst season of his career. I wonder what the odds are for Harvick to win this championship. Appreciate everybody watching, though. Drop a like if you haven't already. And please don't drop a dislike because I'm not streaming the actual race, because I can't do that. It's not legal, but I'll be commentating. Currently, we're under a red flag, though, because of a caution where the 7 punted the 38, and the 78 and 77 also got involved. And so they're having to just clean up a lot of debris from that incident.
The party of 3 is how we party at night.
NASCAR on NBCSN.
I don't know if you guys look at my channel, you see a clip of Kyle Busch from Driver Intros. And you'll see the hilarious stunt he pulled. That had me laughing really hard.
And buy the Sonic Grilled Cheeseburger for limited time only at Sonic.
Hey everybody, welcome to NASCAR American Motor Mouse.
Hi, my name is Brody, and I'm 9 years old. You guys
How are you guys doing tonight?
The very first round.
I think Kyle Busch goes from the most miserable guy Joe Gibbs Racing to a second half against the third half is a win for Bristol.
I remember Kyle Busch telling me one time, he's like, yeah, my car.
Anybody else got any bets on anybody winning tonight? Looks like Tony Hyatt already betting over $500 on Larson pulling off this win.
Not that I'm aware of. My wife doesn't say things a lot of times, but I know what crap she's I would love to have you with the Brad.
Thank you guys for watching tonight. Almost 500 different viewers on the day. Red flag still out.
A racetrack that's shorter than a half mile. So how's that gonna go? How does that work? Yeah, how does that work?
There's gonna be some mad drivers there.
All smiles for AJ Allmendinger there, the guest last Wednesday.
Red flags are actually pretty sweet at these small tracks like Bristol, Martinsville, or Dover, because you can just walk up to the fence as a fan and get a nice close-up shot of any car you want.
Fun. I'm feeling you guys, Jeff, Steve, you're going to be on the show on Monday.
I love it. Fans can call in. So Peacock at 6 o'clock, and I can assure you, Jeff Burton will be fired up. You get fired up on Mondays. I don't know what it is, but the retired driver comes out and you want to talk about what happened.
Also, guys, shout out to another channel owned by a friend of mine. If you look up Challengers Media on YouTube, if you're a Buffalo Bills fan by any means, check out that channel.
He was really fun. Had a great time.
Where is Bowman running? Is he in or out? Right now, Bowman, 1 to the good. 1 whole point to the good over Kurt Busch. He's running in P16. Earlier, he was running up in the bottom half of the top 10, but he's dropped down in the charts this second stage. He's back in P16, 1 position in front of Kurt Busch, as well as 1 point in front of Kurt Busch. He's tied with Tyler Reddick in terms of points. So if he can get 1 spot, even if Kurt Busch gains 1 spot, then they'll both pass Tyler Reddick, and Tyler Reddick will go to below the cutoff line. So Reddick, Bowman, and Busch all separated by 1 point. And Reddick, Bowman, Busch, Almirola, and Byron only separated by about 10 points. So a lot of things can change here between those 5 drivers. I'd say the only guaranteed missing the playoff driver at the moment is McDowell. And I think the only 2, and I think everybody who's in the top 10 in points is pretty much guaranteed into the next round. I think Blaney, besides Larson, Hamlin, and Truex, I'm pretty sure Blaney, Logano, and Harvick are pretty much all safe on points, even if they wreck at this point. I think Elliot, Keselowski, and Bell and Busch could all, I think, theoretically miss if they crash. But as they run, actually, it says Kurt Busch is actually ahead of Tyler Reddick in points. I'm not quite sure how that works, but even though the website is contradicting what they're showing on the TV. But either way, they're all separated by 1 point. But the big thing is neither Bowman, Busch, or Reddick have really been in position to gain any stage points tonight or have gained any. So it's really going to probably come down to whoever finishes the best out of those 3 drivers.
What does it feel like to sell your car to Carvana? It feels amazing. You get a great
Hope we get a finish like Xfinity or Truck Series. Yes, I hope we get a dramatic finish too. The only reason I hope maybe not is because that would mean it'd be a short run, and Larson's car has not been good on the short run, and I'm a Larson fan. But if you're new, I hope you drop a like and subscribe, and also put in the chat who your pick is to win. Currently under commercial break because the red flag is out after a crash involving the 7, 38, 78, and 77.
America's largest, fastest, most reliable 5G network.
The great thing about the app is we're going to get happy hour pricing on our drinks. That's right. No matter what time.
Yeah, currently some guys having a good run tonight who are not playoff drivers. Eric Jones in 10th position right now. Probably having one of the best runs I've seen out of him this year. And then Stenhouse up in 14th. Dillon in 15th. Dillon's mixing it up with some of these playoff guys tonight. Briscoe's also looking pretty strong earlier tonight. Also, J.J. Yaley still on the lead lap in that 51 machine. only 2 DNFs so far tonight. Ryan Newman and BJ McLeod, possibly Justin Haley may join that list, and Anthony Alfredo, depending on how much they're able to repair those cars just now. Their yellow flag is now back out. So we'll probably get restarted here at the end of stage 2 with less than 20 to go in the stage. So things are going to get really crazy here down this little sprint to the finish. I think Byron is in trouble, 8th in the race, but he is 9 points below the cut line, which means he has to get a load of stage points and possibly still win. That is definitely true. Isaac, or Isaac. I'm sorry, I'm butchering your name, man. But I think, yeah, and going into this race, I was like, Byron isn't it? I don't even really understand how Byron got into such a big hole. I mean, I know he wrecked and everything, but wow, I can't believe one of the most consistent drivers of the year is going to go out in the first round. I don't think anybody had that happening in their brackets. But Larson, not Larson, but Byron, yeah, 9 to the bad. If he can pick up maybe 3 or 4 more positions before the end of this stage and knock that gap down to like 5 points, I think he's in a much less dramatic position going into the final stage.
And this is a team with a vibration currently. That's how important stage points are, Dillon. Do they stay out or do they pit right here?
Looks like about everybody is going to stay out. So we've got the 12 coming down. Looks like the top 3 or 4 of those stayed out.
We'll see how many guys stayed out and pitted. So it looks like just about everybody in the top 10 stayed out, and everybody behind them came in. So that's unfortunate for Busch and Bowman. Look, if everybody pitted, they may be able to stay out there and get some track position and get some stage points. But I think Reddick stayed out, and the only Reddick pitted. So yeah, all those guys who are right near each other in terms of the cutoff line all pitted here. So all on the same strategy. So I believe right about 10 cars stayed out there. Actually, I think even more than that. Looks like maybe 15 cars stayed out there. But we'll definitely, okay, we'll see how these cycled through in a second. So 14 cars stayed out, I'm pretty sure. I think Bubba Wallace is the last of those. Can't quite tell totally yet. Eric Elmer here. Now it's readjusting a bit.
I'm studying to become a registered nurse.
So I think JJ Haley may be running in P13 right now because he stayed out. That's pretty funny.
Crispy, juicy, tender chicken sandwich can make you feel a lot of things.
We'll see next time by. It'll finally adjust the running order on the NASCAR website.
Yeah, tingling. McDonald's spicy.
How are you guys doing though? Hey, we hit 10 likes. I appreciate that. Over 500 viewers on the day. Also, please drop a like and hit that subscribe button if you're new.
Allergies don't have to be scary. Spray Flonase daily stops your body from overreacting to allergens all season long. Flonase, all good.
Well, we'll have to see if we get a finish like that Xfinity Series race yesterday.
Do you suffer from cartridge connection? Be connection free thanks to the cartridge-free Epson EcoTech printer. A ridiculous amount of ink.
Do I look like a money tree?
The Epson EcoTech is fill and chill.
Woo.
The parts you need fast.
Hold on one second, guys.
Today.
Okay, we're back. So we'll get restarted on 19 to go. And the one guy who has an opportunity to get stage points is Byron in P6, and he is going to need those big time here. So I believe the first car who pitted is going to be, I'm not quite sure. It doesn't really seem super clear. Hold on. Here, we're going to see this choose cone, how this goes. Looks like Larson's going to take the outside, and Hamlin's going to follow him. And Keselowski will go middle. Kyle Busch will go high. Elliot will go low. Byron high. Bubba low. Stenhouse high. Harvick low. Bell low.
Yeah, I like that top as well. William will be starting behind Kyle Busch. Bubba Wallace in the 23 on the inside, so William maybe advance a few positions in these first few laps.
So yeah, after the choose cone, Byron lost a spot, or 2 spots because he went high. But that's the better line, so we'll have to see if he can gain any ground here. But then again, fresh tires will be coming behind him. And the pace car is going to pull off. It's going to be 18 to go in stage 2 when they get the green flag through the Geico restart zone. Larson on the outside, Keselowski on the inside. Larson with the good jump. Keselowski's still there, though. He's going to get help from Elliot, but Larson's going to clear Keselowski. He's going to go through to the lead. Hamlin now in the quarter panel, the 2 down the back straightaway. Good restarts by both lanes. Larson's leading Hamlin up to second. Keselowski in third. Kyle Busch and Elliott side by side for fourth. Then behind them, Bubba, and then Byron side by side with Harvick.
They've not really been able to just go right by him with those newer tires.
Byron in 7th, in position to get 4 stage points. As they run, he's only 3 to the bad. If he can pick up another point or 2, that's big. Oh, they're 4 wide for an instant down the front straightaway. The 9 has to check up, and that checks up the 18 behind him. That's going to allow Byron to get 2 spots, possibly. Now Hamlin's catching the 5 for the lead. There's battles everywhere. Hamlin looking low on the 5. The hole's not there. Oh, the 11 gives the 5 a shot. The 24 the inside, the 18 at the same time. There's battles for the lead and battles for 5th. Battles everywhere. They're side by side back in the field, but Larson's car has just not been as good on the short run. If he can hold him off another lap or 2, I think Larson may be able to hold on for this stage. We'll see here. Hamlin tries to go the outside of the 5. He doesn't have enough momentum yet, but he's there now. Oh, but he has a bobble a bit in the middle of that turn. Now Larson gets a good drive off.
Move back up against the fence. Try to protect that position.
Now going to be 12 to go in this race. 11 to go this time by. Larson is able to hold off that attempt for the pass for the lead from Hamlin. That was a big move there for that car. Byron's gotten passed, I think, by Bubba. I may be wrong. Looks like Byron trying to pass Bubba, though. Either way, Byron on the inside of Bubba. Looks like he's going to clear him for 5th. That's big. More points for Byron. Now as they run, Byron's in. It's on the positive. Now he's out. Now he's in. Everything keeps changing. Larson, though, growing his lead over Hamlin and Keselowski. But Reddick may be in position to get stage points here. He's in 11th. If he can get one more spot, that's big.
He really wasn't in a great position with playoff points. Now
8 to go in the stage. Larson leads over Hamlin. But they're battling on the back end of this top 10. They're battling pretty hard. Kyle Busch and Blaney. These guys battle allows Reddick to catch them. Maybe Reddick can get 1 or 2 points. Each point, every point matters. Reddick's in the top 10. Now he's just passing Kyle Busch for 9th. That's another extra point. Now Reddick's into the good. And Byron's into the negative.
Now the Reddick in the same boat needs those points.
6 to go in the stage. Reddick looking at cars in front of him. He sees points.
the cut line with Kyle Busch right on his back bumper.
He sees cars on old tires, and he knows he's got fresh tires. He's going to be to the inside of the 23. And is he going to be able to complete that pass on the 23? Not yet.
On the pit road.
4 to go in the stage.
Kyle Busch still working that high line, Dillon.
And Reddick's going to get around Bubba Wallace for 8th. Another point. 3 to go in the stage. Larson leads over Hamlin and Kozlowski. These guys are side by side, Bubba and Kyle. Joey Logano also breaking into this picture. 2 to go in the stage. Hamlin maybe closes the gap into to Larson just a bit, but it's not going to be close enough for him to maybe make a move. Coming to the white flag in stage number 2, Larson leads.
Hamlin will get the 1 to go in stage 2.
Byron running in 4th. He's going to get some valuable stage points. Reddick in 9th going to get a couple stage points.
That was a huge stage.
Off turn 4. Larson wins stage 2. Hamlin 2nd. Kozlowski 3rd. Byron 4th. Elliot 5th. Blaney 6th. Harvick 6th. Blaney 7th. Bell 8th. Reddick 9th. Kyle Busch 10th.
Of 2021 for Kyle Larson, who has been dominant in 2021, but as of late looking for some type of a momentum booster. Well, maybe winning stage.
Now at the end of stage 2 and after points being awarded as they run, Reddick 3 to the good, Byron 1 to the good, Bowman 1 to the bad, Almirola 6 to the bad, Kurt Busch 7 to the bad, and Michael McDowell 50 to the bad. But now we enter the longest stage of the night, hold 250 laps. Appreciate everybody watching. Thanks for getting it to over 10 likes, 12 likes now. Harvick is the first on new tires. We're going to see if everybody pits or not everybody pits, because you think the guys who just pitted may move and cycle to the lead now. And it'll be interesting to see how Larson and Hamlin can work their way through traffic. So yeah, Harvick's the first on new tires, I guess, and 6th. So if he does not pit, he'd cycle to the lead.
We come to work every day at home now to make our sports special.
But the beneficiary of that caution is the 99. He moves to, I believe, 1 lap down.
And we always be to help our customers. We do specialize in kitchens, baths, and floors.
3 cars out of this race already. Newman, McLeod, and Haley.
Come see for yourself what makes us different. Home Outlet.
Jack.
No. Will happen. His tempers will flare. Yeah, that's DJ. Still wishing you would have caught that helmet.
Jack, listen. When there's a commercial
right? Tippers are about to flare, so we're going to see. I feel like
So
how about Hall of Famer Dale Jerry?
that's good.
$2,000. Just walk right over and say, you know what? Like a higher
Sorry about that, guys. We had to take care of something for a moment there. Anyways, we are back, and now there are guys on split strategies. So let's see how Larson and Hamlin can work their way through guys. They're going to be back in the field farther back than they've been all night. Larson will be in 9th, Hamlin in 10th. And this is going to make things real interesting here. Guys who are beneficiaries from this all were Harvick, Blaney, Bell, Truex, Priest, Briscoe, Almirola, and Logano up in 8th, all ahead of these guys.
Yeah, you got to throw something like the Hans and the booties. That doesn't have quite the same effect. If you're willing to throw your helmet. Yeah.
And I was mistaken when I said Suarez was back to 1 lap down. Suarez is back on the lead lap in 27th. 27 cars still in the lead lap at the end of stage 2 at Bristol. That's quite an amount.
Every week, and that was the Chiefs helmet through there.
We're seeing Tyler Reddick
Car back on pit road.
back on pit road.
So that's used to
Looks like the 8 of Tyler Reddick having to make a second pit stop here.
I thought this would have been a good opportunity for a guy like Kurt Busch to stay out.
Looks like they're just having to check some of the lug nuts on the right rear.
In track position, see him putting the lug nut on the right rear.
And because of that, now he's 16 to the bad, and Bowman's 10 to the good. But because of these alternating strategies, we see Almirola and Bowman both to the good by good margins. So that's probably going to change quite a bit once this run progresses a little bit.
Swerve back up and miss that orange box. I mentioned if they touched it, it'd be a penalty. The truth is, if you touch it and you go on pit road, that's a penalty. You aren't allowed to touch it if you stay on the racetrack. And here at Bristol, the way you hit that box.
But now at the end of stage 2, at the end of stage 2, Blaney and Logano and Harvick are all advanced on points, as well as Larson, but that had been there since last week.
To your point, Junior, could have stayed out with all those that did stay out, the 7 that did stay on the racetrack. Matt McCall said our car just is nowhere in the game right now. We had to work on the car, so we took this opportunity to take another swing at it.
But we'll get restarted with about half this race to go after stage 2 just completed.
The 4, the 12.
So let's see, though. It's the 20 on the inside and the 4 on the outside. New faces at the front because of strategy. You got Priest pushing Bell, Blaney pushing Harvick. The pace car peels off. Into the Geico restart. The zone they go. Harvick with a pretty good launch, it looks like. 37 really checks up on the inside line. Harvick leads. They're side by side for second behind him. Blaney goes around the outside of Bell. Oh, Priest gets loose in the middle of turns 3 and 4. He slides up the track. He's into the door of Briscoe. They're having hard contact. This is right in front of Hamlin and Larson. This is checking them up. But Blaney, meanwhile, is trying to make a pass for lead up front. But there's chaos behind him. Priest going in the wrong direction. And you have Larson the inside of Bowman. Briscoe and Priest probably both have tire rubs, though, after severe contact. Priest dropping back already outside the top 12. Those old tires just not going to hold on right now, it looks like, for some of these guys whose cars also aren't handling as well.
How many laps can they go, Steve, on fuel? And how long?
But it's Blaney trying to catch up to Harvick. Blaney all over the bumper of Harvick trying to get that lead. Hamlin up to 7th, Larson in 9th. They have really not made any progress since the start because of all that chaos. But the big point is that Hamlin was able to create quite a gap between him and Larson because of those guys colliding in front of Larson. Oh, come on, man. Guys, Blaney goes around Harvick for the lead. Blaney looking strong now. Blaney's now got track position, and he's always had a strong car at Bristol. You wonder if Blaney now can lead now that he had lead and win now that he has the track position.
3 wins already on the 2021 campaign.
Truex and Bell battling for third. Almirola right behind them. Hamlin into this picture as well. He's in 6th. Briscoe behind Hamlin. Or Logano behind him. My bad. Man, Larson is getting screwed over right now by these guys who are on old tires. He's back in 8th, almost a second behind Hamlin. Blaney gets loose in turns 3 and 4, nearly hits the wall. This is a lot Harvick to close back into him, close back up to him.
Just step up above.
You think Logano took 2 tires? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right.
But debris up there. Right there, the right front gets in the dirt. You have to get out of gas, slow the car down.
But yeah, Blaney overran turns 3 and 4, but it nearly gets into the wall. Ran through some speedy dry that was just been staying up there.
Before you kind of work that off of the right side tires, and then you get back to work.
But now Hamlin up to 4th. This is going as good as it could have gone for Hamlin. Larson getting stuck up in traffic, and now Hamlin has an over second lead between him and Larson, as well as 3 cars. Yeah, Larson's in a hole right now. I think Larson's screwed here unless there's a caution if these things are to run green to the end, which there will probably be another caution. But Larson having to battle guys like Logano a lot harder than Hamlin had to, just because of, I guess, just luck with different things. But Larson goes by Logano, who took 2 tires trying to get some strategy. That's working out pretty good for him so far. I'm not totally sure why he did that. Probably for track position. I guess he just some sort of track position move. I'm not quite sure why he did that though, because his car is going to be slower on the long run, and it's not like he needs points or something. So I don't know, but he is locked into the next round either way. Kurt Busch's car is just terrible tonight. He's stuck outside the top 20 once again in 22nd. He's 10 points to the bad.
He doesn't have the speed that I thought he would have. He and his teammate Kyle Busch both coming into this race.
But Larson up to 6th, Hamlin in 4th. Blaney still leads over Harvick, then Bell, Hamlin, Almirola, your top 5. Almirola right now 20 to the good. Oh, Elliot gets boxed in hard by the slow car of Anthony Alfredo. Appreciate everybody watching though. Where's Bowman running and how many laps are left? There's 220 laps left just about, and Bowman is currently running in the 10th position battling Byron. But he's going to start to get passed by these guys on fresh tires soon. He's going in the wrong direction now, slowly but surely, and Byron's going in the right direction. So the battle for that bubble spot's going to heat up, especially because Almirola has some solid track position up in 5th right now because of strategy. And his car, I would say, is just stronger than Bowman's.
He restarted this one just a moment ago in 18th. He's sitting in 8th right now, looking at 7th right in front of him. And remember earlier, they had that sitting penalty. He went from the back.
Larson now trying to get around Almirola for 5th.
They're fairly confident they can win with tonight. He's showing it right
They're side by side. Looks like Larson's going to be leading him on the inside, and Larson should be able to clear him off turn 2. Elliot now trying to get around Logano for 7th.
They're racing those damaged cars, and then you have the leaders catching them. There's a really 2 big packs kind of get stacked up.
But for top 5 now is Blaney, Harvick, Bell, Hamlin, Larson. Hendricks should have given Bowman all the speed for this race instead of giving it to the 5 team. I don't think it quite works like that, but they could have. In my opinion, I actually have Bowman not making it through the first round in my bracket, believe it or not, because he's just not near as consistent as the other Hendrick cars. And it's not really anything about speed. All of his wins have kind of been in the right place at the right time things. Almost all of his wins. I mean, he's had speed in those races, but not been a dominant car by any means. But now, Hamlin in front of Larson. But the thing is, he's got over a second gap between them. So Larson's got a lot of ground to make up to get to back to Hamlin, which is theoretically the battle for the lead, since these guys in front of them are on a bit older tire.
Blaney Harvick Bell, 1, 2, 3 here at Bristol. Go NASCAR nonstop.
We go NASCAR nonstop, but I don't stop. Thank you guys for watching. Almost 15 likes. You hope a Chevy wins. I hope a Chevy wins too. I'm a Larson fan. I really, really want Larson to win in this car. This Valvoline car is beautiful.
Okay, I'm ready to come in now.
Harvick catching Blaney a bit here. We saw this on the last run. It wasn't for the lead, but Harvick kind of reeled in Blaney and passed him for, I believe, third position. So you wonder if that 4 car is coming to him. Oh, but he gets stuck behind the lap car, the 15 there. That's going to cost him some time. But it's down to just about, I believe, 6 drivers basically for the battle for the cutoff line, because a lot of these guys are pretty safe on points unless they crash. Yeah, as they run, Almirola is 16 to the good, and Bowman is 9 to the good over William Byron, and then he's Busch is 12 to the bad. Reddick is 18 to the bad. So I think Reddick is out after having to make an unscheduled pit stop, unless we get a string of cautions here towards the finish where he can make up some ground, but we'll see. Appreciate everybody watching tonight. Over 600 viewers on the day.
Whoever said that must have been talking about Talladega.
Oh boy, Harvick is just reeling in Blaney. He's just waiting for the right opportunity to make a move for the lead. He knows he's got to go quick because Hamlin and Larson are going to be catching him soon. I'm not quite sure what the fuel window is for this race. It's got to be over 100 laps, I'm pretty certain. But if this thing does go green, it's going to be interesting to see how green flag pit stops go and if anybody makes a critical mistake. Harvick closer than he's been all this race for the lead. He's on the bumper of Blaney now. He's just waiting for the right opportunity to make a move to the inside, probably. Harvick's running a bit of a different line than Blaney to probably hopefully get some fresh air on that nose. Oh, he has a bobble, though, off turn 2. He's running a bit of a lower line. These guys are battling hard. They got about a half straightaway lead over Denny Hamlin. Coming up on the 3/5 marker in this race, McDowell for the win. Yeah, now as they run, Bowman's still 9 to the good over Byron. Where is Bowman running right now? Just checking really quick. Bowman is currently running. Oh, Harvick to the inside of Blaney. Oh, Blaney just holds him off there. They're coming up to lap the 34 of Michael McDowell. McDowell's done a pretty good job of staying on the lap this whole race. Oh, they kind of get checked up by the 53. They're on the bumper of the 34. McDowell's probably not going to let them go by easily. The 4 is all over the 12, though. You can see the 34, though, right in front of them. The 12 is going to get to the outside of the 34. McDowell about to go lap down, but there are lap cars side by side in front of them. There's nowhere to go. Blaney's going to get boxed in. Harvick to the inside. Oh, Blaney 3 wide with the lap cars. He gets through them. Now he's got side-by-side lap cars in front of him again. It's McDowell, Blaney, Harvick, all nose to tail. McDowell trying to stay on lead lap.
Harvick back to the bottom.
Harvick to the bottom. Oh, almost makes contact with the 12 there. This hard battling has allowed the 20 to close in on these guys.
Bell was looking at the inside of Harvick. Now Harvick back to the bottom.
Like I said, I've said this multiple times this race. It's going to come down to who can negotiate lap traffic the best. This time it was the 12. And now the 4 is having a hard time right here. He may lose second to the 20. And now Bowman has put McDowell, not Bowman, Blaney has put McDowell a lap down. So here we are, though. It's Blaney who's able to hold off a charge from Harvick. And then Bell in third, Hamlin in fourth, Larson in fifth. As they run, Larson's been running some of the fastest lap times the last couple of times by. Oh, man, Harvick's faster than the 12. He just cannot find a good window to pass.
Rodney was a great driver in the short track would have made it.
Bowman still 9 to the good over Byron.
He got the right brakes. Harvick to the bottom. Going to clear the 12.
And Harvick to the lead.
Harvick out front.
He lets his scorecard go by. Now it's a chance for him to learn.
Now, Harvick to the lead. Blaney in second. Bowman right there. I mean, Bell right there in third. I keep calling anybody with a B name Bowman for some reason. And it looks like Larson may have gotten around Hamlin for fourth.
The light bulb goes off. I need more grip in this part of the race.
Yes, Larson's gotten around Hamlin for fourth.
Harvick out front. I think back in 2014 when they went.
Larson right now the fastest car on the track. He's got some ground to make up, though. This is what I like about Bristol's. Even on these long runs, there's action everywhere. Bowman running in 10th right now, Byron in 8th. I mean, Bowman's been able to hold on to track position pretty well right here on this long run, so he seems pretty safe. The guy who's not safe, though, is Reddick and Kurt Busch. Both of them are right in front of this leader, Kevin Harvick, and are in danger of going a lap down possibly. Almirola and Elliot battling for 6th. And now Logano going around the outside of Bowman, I believe. Or maybe that's the other way around. Bowman going around Logano. The thing is that, so Bowman is running in 9th. But he's got a lot of fast cars behind him. So I definitely could see Bowman losing a lot of ground here.
I think the pressure of the playoffs is here and continues to build as laps wind down. Take a look right here at Alex Bowman, the 48. He had worked on the 22, worked on.
Oh, it looks like Bowman gave the bumper to the 22 when he passed him. That's how he was able to finally get around him.
I think that is a.
But Harvick pulling away from the field right now.
And now Kyle Busch to the back of the 22. No love lost between these two drivers.
Kyle Busch trying to get around Logano. Logano car is not very quick right now. He took 2 tires on that last pit stop. That may not have been the right decision for that team on the long run. Almirola also starting to lose some track position. He was in 5th a little bit while ago, and now he's back to 8th. Oh, Larson's gone around Bell. Larson up to 3rd. Now Bell is getting attacked by Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin sees that 5 car pulling away from him, and he doesn't want that 5 car to get too far out of view.
Different lines all around the track. Harvick.
And you see everybody's just running different lines. It's wherever the lap cars aren't for these leaders. But Kevin Harvick pulling away, even though Larson's trying to chase him down, he has to pass some guys. Every time you make a pass, it doesn't matter if it's a clean pass or not, you'll lose time. You make the pass, but you lose time. And so it's just hard to pass people. It's hard to gain track position. It's hard to get to the lead if you're not in second. How are you guys doing tonight? Currently under NASCAR nonstop. Kozlowski now looking to get around the 22.
Let's go places. Tasha, did you know Geico could save you hundreds?
Just so you guys know, my favorite driver is Kyle Larson, and another guy I'm rooting for is Kurt Busch to get into this next round of the playoffs. Just because, Chip Ganassi's final season, and Kurt Busch is just kind of a likable driver nowadays. Just kind of ironic from how he used to be, but yeah. And I'm also kind of rooting for Bowman to not make the next round, not because of any reason specifically, other than that I don't have him making the first or second round in my bracket. But here we are. 175 laps to go in this race. They just tick down. Oh, Truex making a charge to the inside of the 2. Man, I'm sorry, but that blue and orange clash so hard. Kozlowski's still trying to complete that pass on the 22, and he's going to clear him, it looks like, this time off turn 2. Now Truex trying to turn under the 22 car off turn 4. Hamlin's still battling this 20. He's been trying to get around him for a while now. Hamlin to the inside of the 20 in turns 1 and 2. Larson's got around Blaney for second. And Hamlin's going to complete the pass on Bell off turn 2. Truex is now completing a pass to the outside of the 22. Bubba right there to go around the 22 as well. 23 car looking pretty strong tonight, even though he's got some damage on that car after contact between him and Suarez earlier in the race. We have not seen really a Bristol big one yet tonight. Kind of surprised by that. We'll see if that changes, though. Hamlin now getting to the bumper of the 12. We'll see. Hamlin wants to stay close to Larson because he knows it's probably going to come down to him and Larson, and he can't let himself fall too far behind. Even though Harvick still leads at the moment. If Harvick dub, I would not mind. I'd rather have a Larson dub, but Harvick dub, I would not mind. Just because we all know how the season has gone for that team. And there he is, the 5 can see the 4 in front of him.
Kyle Larson has moved up into the second spot. One driver fighting to stay in the playoffs. Marty,
but a bigger story could be just in front of the 4 and the 5 is the 1 and the 8. The last 2 cars on the lead lap. If they could put him a lap down here, that may just end their nights. Reddick was running strong tonight, but because they had to make a second pit stop and lose a ton of track position, that may have been the thing that ended their race. And Kurt Busch has just not been able to perform tonight. That car has been just very, very bad.
Pressure to make a mistake, but the car he's passing right now, the one of Kurt Busch, is kind of in the same situation. So 2 playoff cars, as we see.
Larson's still trying to battle Kevin Harvick. He's even closer to him now. Hamlin has gone around Blaney for 3rd. So Larson wants to complete this pass quickly so Hamlin can't gain some ground on him.
You guys have mentioned that dirt racing helping these guys as far as working through
Hamlin. Oh, Larson has a bobble, though, off the inside of turn 2. He was making a good run at him that time by.
Well, Kyle Larson has been the best behind the wheel of anything on dirt, whether it be a late model or a sprint car.
But Bowman has a 9-point cushion over Byron still. Bowman's actually gained some ground. He's up to 8th.
About 85 of the
and just in front of him is Byron.
He tried to take the lead away from Harvick here.
And he's fighting Harvick hard, but Harvick's able to just keep rolling the momentum off the top side. But meanwhile, in front of these guys, it's probably really going to allow for a pass to happen. Is the 1 and the 8 when they try to lap them. Oh, now Larson's to the inside of the 4. And he's got a lap car in front of the 4. This may be able to use to pin the 4 in. And Larson to the lead after Harvick gets boxed in by the 66 car. And now Larson can see the 1 car in front of him. He's going to try and put Kurt Busch, his former teammate, a lap down. And there you go. Harvick is back to second, and Larson now trying to pass Kurt Busch. They're side by side. And Kyle Larson has the fastest lap tonight as well.
Done by Kyle Larson back on lap 18. lead that he had early on.
But Larson trying to get around this one car. The thing, it is just hard to pass now late in this run. You just cannot get the momentum off the low line because the top side just keeps getting runs off that corner exit. It's low key. I'm honestly almost disliking this track tonight because of the fact that it is so hard to pass. You cannot get momentum off either corner. Or I mean, you can't get enough momentum off one line.
More than they want.
And this is allowing for Denny Hamlin to catch up to these leaders, which is really starting to frustrate me if Hamlin's able to win this race because of these lap cars holding up Larson.
They can make this nearly impossible for a guy like Larson when they see that lead swap again. Just because Larson's going to have such a hard time.
Yeah, like you cannot pass. Larson just can't get around Kurt Busch, and this is just going to allow Harvick to close in on him, and Hamlin's closing in too. What the heck is this, man? This sucks. This sucks right here.
Third place, the bottom screen.
This sucks.
Yeah,
Larson finally gets a good enough run off turn 2 to get to the inside of Kurt Busch enough, but Kurt Busch just gets some momentum. He may be able to clear him here. No, he's not, but he's closer than he's been before.
He goes a lap down here. Just late in the race.
Kurt Busch now finally make it clear by Larson. No. Now Larson the inside of him again. He's going to slide up. Larson does a slide job on the 1 and finally gets around Kurt Busch after like 20 laps of trying. But now Harvick is on his bumper and so is Hamlin. Almost 150 laps to go in this race. Oh, the 4 kind of does a slide job on the 1 as well. And now the 11's trying to fight to get around the 1. Dude, if the 11's able to... Oh, what the heck, man? This is such crap. The 11 just gets around the 1 in one turn because of the 1 getting held up. I mean, Larson's having to do all the work here. We're in the final stage. Larson has the tire advantage and will probably make the pass. Sorry I haven't checked the chat in a while. I am getting very, very... Austin Dillon pinching the 5 car very tightly on the inside of turns 1 and 2. Lapped cars everywhere.
Yep. He's running 22nd right now. He's the last car on the lead lap.
And there's just literally nowhere for these leaders to go when it comes to this lap traffic.
Just in front of the left side of the screen, he's able to continue that gap.
Larson may be able to get around the 3 here because he gets boxed in by the 0-0. Yes, he does. There we go. Larson's now got 2 lapped cars between him and Harvick. We take those. We take those. Now we got a bit of cushion between us and the field. Or between Larson and the field. I'm rooting for Larson hard. Bowman's just maintaining the gap between him and Byron of 9 points. If anything, he's growing that gap because now he actually may pass Byron on track. But I'd say Kurt Busch and Reddick are pretty much out of this one at the moment, unless there's some cautions.
He said the front just has not acted right from the start of this race, and you guys are dead on. Kurt Busch so good at this racetrack. In fact, many have him to win this race. And here he is a lap down with only 149 to go.
And the possibility of a championship, it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller as this race continues.
So Rick, you asked earlier, how long did these guys run?
Larson growing that lead over Harvick, but Hamlin looking to make a move on Harvick now.
Screen, coming up with a plan. You got to keep fighting. You can't throw the towel in. You have no idea what kind of cautions might come.
They're fighting hard up in front of him. I'm right behind Larson. It's been 126 laps since the last time Harvick and those guys on that alternate strategy have been on pit road, and it's only been 100 since Larson and the others. So Larson and Hamlin should be able to run quite a bit longer than those other guys.
You're looking at 30 to 40 laps, probably 30 to 35 laps before you have to see Harvick pit.
But now Larson trying to go around the 8 and the 14. Now Larson the inside of Reddick off turn 4. He was maybe able to get him here.
Like 3 laps down at the speed at which it happens.
And yes, it looks like he will be able to.
A solid 2.
He's going to get Reddick to get boxed in a bit. And Larson's going to put Reddick a lap down now. So now we're starting to see some playoff drivers go lap down. More troubles happening. As Larson's lapped all the way up to, I believe, what is that, 21st. And in front of him is Chase Briscoe, Chastain, and then in front of them is Joey Logano. And then after Joey Logano, it's quite some ways to the next playoff driver. But still, though, I mean, Bowman has a pretty steady gap over Byron, and then Almirola also has Almirola's gap has shrunk. Now it's only 10 points. Almirola currently runs in the 10th position.
Now we all know.
And so if he drops a couple more spots, definitely not a safe position. Bell and Blaney battling it out for 4th place. Behind them is Chase Elliott. Chase was looking quick at the start of this run, but just he didn't have track position, and he was having to pass so many guys. He's kind of falling away from this battle for the lead.
Whether it's a fraction or a
Wasn't able to get there quick enough. That's just been the difficulty of this race. Has been all about track position. I mean, Harvick and Blaney started out front on this most recent restart at the end of stage 2, and they're on only about 25 lap old tires. But either way, Larson and Hamlin were in row 4 or row 5, and it took them nearly 100 laps to catch him and get past him for the lead. So, I mean, that gives you a point of view on how hard it is to get just from 9th to 1st. It took him and passing guys on old tires when you like the fastest car on the track. It took him like 100 laps. Oh, but the caution is out. For what? I'm not quite sure yet. The caution is out. This is going to change everything. No green flag pit stops anymore. The your weekly Star Column Racing accident. It looks like the 0 and the 47 made contact. Or the 00 has a flat tire, and the 47 may have pitted to avoid him or something along those lines. We'll see here. But either way, the 00 has a flat tire.
That's Quinn House, and the left rear tire gone. And he has brought out the caution. That's the 6th caution of the night here at Bristol. And so the field will bunch back up.
So we'll have to see. Everybody's going to pit here. And who was the lucky dog? I think it may have been Tyler Reddick. Yeah, the 00, he just lost his tire.
And he spins this thing around, Jeff. Look at the pit road entrance right here. Yeah, Ricky Sithouse Jr. He's like, I got this team, and then he gets on pit road and gets the car almost spun out, overcorrected it. Did not hit the wall. Yeah, it was close. Didn't make contact or anything. He did get lapped on pit road though. He did it.
So let's see who was the unlucky dog because of this. I think it may have been Reddick, but wrong.
So now Ross Chastain. There are 18 cars on lead lap.
Ross Chastain was, so Larson lapped some more cars while we were away.
The free pass. Good. That's playoff drivers as well as Michael McDowell.
Everybody wanted to caution them. I mean, it was such a long green flag run. Everybody was taking to come in here and get some tires, get some adjustments. And these adjustments can be the most important. For them 136 laps to go, they can make it here on fuel. So we don't know what kind of race we're going to see with yellows and all the different things that could happen. But, potentially this can be the last stop. And I think you have to change your mindset as a crew chief and as a pit crew member and make sure you get those wheels nice and tight.
All right. So, caution was out for the 00. And now pit stops are underway.
Guys were talking about how good Larson's car was rotating through the center of the corner. Kyle certainly echoed that. Said that's the best we've been on the long run by far. Really, really happy with this 5-car. 4 Goodyear tires and Sunoco fuel. No changes, Marty. Well, you got to give credit to Greg Ives. He has taken
Larson with the smooth pit stop on pit road, 13.8 seconds.
I'm pretty happy with it. No
He should be able to exit with the lead. Hamlin with a 13.6 pit stop. Bowman with a 13.8. Oh, and things are checked up on pit road. The 20 has to reverse back into his pit stall. I'm not sure why. Or, he missed his pit stall possibly. I'm not sure. But an issue for Christopher Bell. He's going to lose a ton of track position as a result. But it's Larson, Hamlin, Harvick. And then, Bell had to miss his pit stall. So he's going to go from 5th all the way to the end of those lead lap cars, most likely. So Kyle Busch, though, gains 5 spots on pit road. He's the big gainer on pit stops right there. But the battle's down to Byron and Bowman and Almirola. So unless Kurt Busch or Reddick can get back on the lead lap, that is.
Koi fish.
It can be overwhelming. Think a second. Have we seen this ship before?
Progressive can't save you from becoming a
And now,
but we can't save you money when you bundle home and auto.
trying to see when this thing cycle through. Okay, yeah. So Larson, Hamlin, Harvick, Busch, Blaney, the top 5 now. Bowman 6th, Elliott 7th. Byron lost some spots on pit road. Bowman is in 6th, Elliott 7th, Almirola 8th, Truex 9th, and Byron back in 10th. So he's going to need some help here. Keselowski 11th, Bubba 12th, nice run for him. Dibby 13th, Priest 14th, Logano 15th, Bell 16th, Chastain 17th, Jones 18th, Briscoe 19th, and Dillon in 20th. The last car on the lap, I think. But yeah, as they run after that bad pit stop, Bell is 13 to the good. Or no, more than that. No. Okay, Bell's 26 to the good. So Bell's safe. Bell's safe unless he crashes here.
What kind of you? At Sunoco, we know how to fuel heat performance.
But yeah, so Bowman 13 to the good and Almirola 15 to the good. Byron 13 to the bad.
132.
Then after that, Kurt Busch and Reddick must-win situations, or they need to get back on the lead lap, something like that. But we still got over 100 laps to go in this race. But yeah, we're looking at the replay. It looks like Bell just misses his pit stall. Yeah, Bill just misses his pit stop.
Get himself into his pit box. Right here, just simply did not see it.
Yeah, Bell thought his pit stall was the 12s. So yeah, back down to that one.
Inside or outside line.
Here they come to the choose cone. Who's going to pick what? I think Larson and Hamlin will go high. They've been doing that all night. Larson goes high. Hamlin goes high. Harvick goes low. Man, the first 5 go high. So Elliott, Bowman, Byron, big gainers going inside.
It's not fun to be competitive on these restarts.
Take a look at the end of the Cup playoff standings presented by Xfinity.
So as they run, Bowman 13 to the good over Byron, as I just stated. We'll get restarted though here in a minute. The pace car lights are out through turns 3 and 4. You got Larson on the outside, Harvick on the inside, Hamlin pushing Larson, Elliott pushing Harvick. But yeah, 34 cars are still in this race, so DNF is still big time. Through the Geico restart zone, who gets the launch? The outside does, like they have all night. The 5 with the clears the 4, and the 11's able to clear the 4 as well. The 9 is going to maybe get cleared by the 18. They're checking up back in the pack. Oh, they're up. Byron up the track big time. He gets punched up the track by Bubba, I think. Able to save that, though. Everybody back in the pack. That could have been big. But will we see the Bristol big one here on this restart? Hamlin's been good on all of these restarts. Larson has not been. Is Hamlin going to be able to get by Larson? He's on his bumper. It's kind of peaking low in turns 1 and 2. Larson gets a drive off, though. Now the lead is only 10. The gap between Almirola and Byron is down to 10 points. Larson growing his lead out over Hamlin just a bit. Hamlin closes it up. It's pretty close here, though. Blaney, there's a tight battle for 4th, though. Blaney, Kyle Busch, and Elliott all battling here. And then right behind them is Bowman. Almirola's gap is down to 8 points over Byron. Nice runs for Bubba and Dibby, both in the bottom half of the top 10. Yeah, right now, Almirola down to 13th.
Bowman came in tied with Kurt.
Right now, Reddick holds the lucky dog spot.
Kurt Busch was above it. Bowman was below it. Now, Bowman above that cut line, below it. Marty.
Byron looking to get a pass on Bowman in front of him. He needs all the points he can get. 124 to go. Larson still leads over Hamlin. And then it's Harvick, Laney, Elliot, Kyle Busch, Bowman, Byron, Bubba, Dibby, the top 10. Keselowski, Truex, Almirola, Logano, Bell, the top 15. Reddick still holds that lucky dog spot if there's a caution. Bell, Bill, same thing, man.
Dave, how about the car right behind him in the 24? Yeah, he shouldn't be back there, Rick. He lost 3 spots on pit road. We were showing you.
But it is Larson who still maintains a steady gap over Hamlin. And, oh, Hamlin is just so good on these short runs. Larson's just able to hold them off.
It's 8 positions that separate Byron from the other side of the cut line.
These top 3 are all pretty close right now. Larson, Hamlin, and Harvick. Hamlin's going to try and do a high line, maybe get some run off the corner on Larson. Doesn't really work for him there.
Had to just done what they needed. You hate to say hang around, but that's what they did. They hung around all night without damage and ended up inside the top 10 here with about 120 to go.
When I talked to Bobby Wallace on Wednesday, he said, it was frustrating because
Larson, this is just, I'm sorry, I'm not talking a lot. It's so tense between Larson and Hamlin. You never know when one's going to have a bobble and the other one will be able to just take a run to him and go right by.
I think I could have been competitive at Richmond. I know we're capable of running better right now, showing it here at Bristol, up inside the top 10 running 9.
Yeah, had that damage to the right front we mentioned earlier.
Will we see another crash, though? I think we'll see another caution. We still really haven't seen a big event here tonight. I think the tempers are going to start to heat up. I think Byron's going to start to become real aggressive here as he's trying to pass his teammate right now, actually. He's got to get around him quick. This is the literal battle for the cutoff, 24 versus the 48.
Things heating up between teammates on the bottom of your screen.
Byron's the faster car right now. He's trying to get by him on the inside. He's giving him a bit of a tap. We'll see if he... Byron's still holding there. We'll have to see if he can give him a bit more of a punt, though. And next time he gets to his bumper.
In the run here, but new tires in the
Thank you guys for watching. Over 700 viewers on the day.
All right, guys. Let's go through the field brought to you by Cam.
Ooh, we're nervous, man. Oh, Larson gets held up by a lap car a bit. But so does Hamlin.
One of the things that he credited with their success this year is Kyle's ability to just strategize his own race.
But Larson still leads over Hamlin. They pulled away from Harvick. Oh, caution's out. The 0-0 again blows another tire. That's going to end their night.
Slides down the racetrack.
A lot of damage.
Yeah, that's it for the 0-0. That thing's killed.
Yeah, the right front's flat now, but down the back straightaway, a lot of sparks out the left front. Into turn 3, and look at the contact with the wall how it clears the wheel, knocks all the air out of the right front. So here it is. There you see the sparks.
Yeah, there's our flat tire. So the 0-0 brings out the second caution for him. Caution was for the 0-0 blowing a tire into turns 3 and 4, so nobody really cares about that. But we're going to get another restart is the more important thing.
One of the night here at Bristol.
So are we going to get a crash on this restart? Every restart, the intensity is going to build. People are going to become more and more desperate.
What you pointed out earlier here, so is this an advantage for guys towards the back of the lead lap? To come in, get a little bit pressure.
Oh, wait, yeah. I think Reddick may have been the lucky dog.
We have our guys checking on.
That's important right there. Yep, is the lucky dog.
Virginia.
So Reddick's chances are open again. He's still got a long way to go to get back up there. But now he's 14 to the bad. But that's still, he could still make up that ground because right now he's running in 21st. If he basically moves up into the top 10, he'll be right back there in that battle for that spot.
Now it really just comes down to the decision.
I don't think you're going to see anybody pit near in the top 15.
So tell me, do you come?
Under the top 10, I don't.
Okay.
I think the decision is really for Logano, Bell, Reese, 14, 15, 16. That's where the decision's going to be made.
Crew chiefs will be making that decision. We'll be right back.
I'm going to go to commercial really quick. Oh, boy. I'm intense. Appreciate everybody watching.
Yeah. So you are earning 5% cash back.
15 likes on the day. Can we get 20?
Yeah.
voglio pensi a questo quando Come, yoga.
Get 5% cash back rewards. Visit GoCreditOne.com. Is it too early to start celebrating Halloween?
Who are your guys' picks to win right now? I think I want to say Larson, but I'm afraid to trust him. I'm really thinking Hamlin's going to have a shot here. And I'm also thinking if it just gets chaotic, people are just going to be doing bump and runs. And so it's just going to be who's ever behind the leader. You know what I'm saying? Who's ever there to sneak through, almost like Allmendinger yesterday.
To reach out and help their neighbors for the common good. Ryan Blaney giving up that 5th spot. Kyle Busch in 6th. They both came to pit road and in front of their crews.
So Kyle Busch and Blaney coming down pit road. So actually some guys in the top 10 pitting. A bit higher up than I anticipated, but still. I mean, these guys are basically locked into the next round, so they don't really have much to lose here. As well as the non-playoff drivers.
Dillon Steve made the call. Joey Logano coming to pit road. Paul Wolf making that call. Running the 14th, they really have not been able to get the handling right since losing all that track position early in the race. No problems, though, with that right rear that they had on the first stop of the night, Dave.
Out of mind of crew chief Todd Gordon. 12 to 12 handled on old tires. Remember that run that he
This is intense. So everybody seems to be having smooth pit stops so far.
Still working a little bit on getting the front end of that car just right.
18 wins the race off pit road, but then again, these guys are going to be restarting probably right back around 15th, or no, right around like outside the top 10.
Bubba Wallace, Harvick all staying out on the racetrack.
We'll look here real quick.
Bell, Chase
Looks like they'll be restarting.
also.
Yeah, right in 11th. So just outside the top 10 there. So all of Team Hendrick stayed out. So all 4 Hendrick cars in the top 6. So it'll be Larson, Hamlin, Harvick, Elliot, Bowman, Byron, Dibby, Truex, and Almirola and Jones, the top 10. And they all did not pit. And then the first car pitted, Kyle Busch in 11th. And they got Blaney, Bubba, Keselowski, Logano, Bell, Briscoe, Dillon, Chastain, Priest, and Reddick in 21st. Last car on the lap. Kurt Busch and McDowell still in position to possibly get a lucky dog and get back on the lap.
And it's any man for himself. There it is. I'm not apologizing.
So yeah, there's 34 cars still out there now, probably 33. I believe Quinn House probably out on this. Yeah, Quinn House out on this thing. 33 cars still out there turning laps.
Definitely a famous move.
So yeah, if you go out now, you're gonna lose a lot of points. You'll only come home with it's 3 points if you go out now.
Waited long enough. I'm gonna move you out of the way. They bump. They run right back.
I believe the people who are safe are I think Keselowski may be safe now as well, just about, unless he crashes here. And he's in about 8th in points, yeah. But now Byron, 10 behind Almirola, and 11 behind Bowman. And Reddick, now that he's back on the lead lap, he is 18 points back from Almirola. So he's got a lot of ground to make up here.
Help the driver with his emotion. Now listen, I've had drivers that
Bowman in the top 5.
have too much emotion, right? They get you fired up. They get you
There's
going.
just
So you really got to know
there's just under 100 or just over 100 laps to go, and Bowman is in 5th.
And the spotter need to know when to pump each other up. Yeah,
It's going to come down to Bowman and Almirola and Byron. Those are going to be the 3 drivers. Possibly Red could throw his name in there, but. So Larson and Hamlin go high. Harvick goes low. Elliott goes high. Bowman goes low. Byron and Truex go high. Dibby, Jones, and Kyle Busch go low. So it's going to be Larson on the outside, Hamlin pushing him, Harvick on the inside, and Bowman pushing him. So now Bowman's going to restart second on the inside line. Tyrell.
Very excited about after the race, NASCAR America's post-race show. Interviews with drivers.
Who are you guys excited? Because I am.
Those that didn't advance, as well as the ones that will advance into the round of 12.
Bill Bell. that's what his new name is. But Larson is going to go into the Geico restart zone against Harvick. Who's going to get the better jump? Will the outside reign supreme again? Yep. Larson with a good jump. Harvick has a pretty good restart, actually, but he doesn't have any help from Bowman. That's the problem. Probably the best restart the inside's had all night, though. Larson, though, clears Harvick, and now Hamlin's going to clear Harvick as well. And Elliott's on the outside of Bowman, though, for fourth. But Hamlin's going to be all over the bumper of Larson now. He knows he's faster on these short runs. Oh, he looks inside. Oh, what? Larson, why'd you give it to him? Oh, what? Larson's taking the high line. He's going to hope that that momentum off the high line can help him keep the 11 at bay. Hamlin's fighting hard. Larson still stays out front using that. Oh, what? Hamlin, get out of here. Hamlin blows a tire. Hamlin just ran into the back of the 5, blows the tire into the wall. What?
That contact did it.
The 5 was okay, but honestly, I can't believe that cut a tire so fast. Larson's okay, but Hamlin just blew a tire like instantly.
Aggressive drive right here. You see Hamlin comes off of turn 4. They make contact and immediately.
Man, Hamlin just drove it right into Larson right there. I mean, that's just close racing. I overreacted a bit, but yeah, now Hamlin's blown a tire. I know. Wait, who was the free pass this time? Kurt Busch. I think Kurt Busch was in the free pass. No, Kurt Busch is back on the lead lap. Though the 11, the 5's going to have to pit too. This is over for the 5 as well. God damn. Hamlin, screw you, man. Oh, gosh. I don't know about you guys, but Hamlin, that right. I don't dislike Hamlin. The only reason I dislike him is because I'm a Larson fan and they've been battling this year. But that right there, I'm like, come on, come on. But Kurt Busch back on lead lap. I'm happy about that, but Larson's out of this year. He's going to have to pit. Yeah, he's got a left flat referee. He's got to pit. Doesn't seem to have too much cosmetic damage, but.
Sorry, our quarter panel is definitely damaged a little bit. I don't think it's into the tire, but I'll look at it.
So the good you're missing on that left rear tire.
Look at that brace right there, Steve.
Oh, boy.
That's sticking out.
You think that maybe a tire?
That cuts the 11 car's tire, right? And it possibly could be a problem for anyone else.
I don't know if it bubbles up like that, but it's bubbled up pretty good. You know what I'm saying? A lot of wrinkles to it.
It could get into the left rear tire of this 5 car. It's unsecured from that's basically a brace that mounts to the bottom of the quarter panel. It's come unsecured from that quarter panel, and now that brace.
I think Larson has to pit. I mean, all the lettering's rubbed off that tire after contact with him and Hamlin. Sorry, I went silent there. I was kind of trying to listen to what they were saying about the damage, but pretty much on the left rear of Larson's car where there was contact between him and Hamlin, now there's like a little like spear almost sticking out of it, which could potentially flatten his own tire, but it could also flatten somebody else's.
Crew chief on top of the box. When you look at this, what are you thinking?
I think we're fine. I think we're going to stay out. The damage looks pretty clean on top of the tire, a little bit behind. The other thing makes the decision a lot easier. My name's in yellow. We know we're advancing to the playoffs, so we're here to try to win a race and keep the momentum.
But so Hamlin's going to pit. I think Hamlin's the only one to pit, so Larson did not pit there, even though he's got a bit of damage.
Anyway, Hamlin's in the wheel is perfectly straight, so he's not worried about that. The only thing Chris Gabart is worried about, that right front fender. You see them working on that. Also, the right.
So Hamlin should be able to get back out there.
From the good tires that they will put on the car, they now have put on the car for Denny Hamlin. So the wheel is great. So no suspension damage for the 11. 2 drivers who've already advanced, fighting for another win here at Bristol. Make contact.
Woo! But Kurt Busch is back on lead lap. How about that? And now we'll see how this changed. After that, now, believe it or not, you got Hendrick cars, 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait, never mind. Harvick breaks up. 4 Hendrick cars in the top 5 because of the strategy. But as they run, Almirola 6 to the good over Byron. And Bowman is 11 to the good over Byron. Kurt Busch is 12 to the bad. And Reddick is 14 to the bad.
You know, to your point, the steering wheel can be straight, Jeff, but I mean, that was a hard hit.
So I may be wrong, but I think they said something's broke on the 11, so his night may be done.
Exits pit road, back up on the racetrack, gonna drive around, catch up.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. He's secured to the next round. I am worried for Larson, though.
Teased it earlier, but let's let's go through the
All the lettering's rubbed off that left rear.
and we'll do it while we're under caution.
And obviously, discussions ongoing between Kyle Larson and crew chief Cliff Daniels here about this damage that they suffered. Cliff doing a great job reassuring Kyle. Kyle asking what he can do to help clearance the tire at all. Cliff said, "I think we're good here, man." Said that may make the car a little bit looser where that damage is, but not too bad. Should be fine.
But Larson still, it's going to be Larson, Harvick, Elliott, Bowman, Byron, Dibby, Kyle Busch, Truex, Eric Jones, and Bubba, the top 10 when they come up to the Chusco. And then you got Bell, Almirola, Blaney, Briscoe, Keselowski, top 15, Logano, Priest, Dillon, Chastain, Reddick, top 20, Hamilton, Kurt Busch, last 2 cars on the lead lap.
But here he is. He's rallied up to third with a shot to get a win at Bristol. A points-paying win.
Will there be more than 10 cautions? That's my question. Right now we're at 8. So we got to have at least 3 more. Yes, I'm going to say yes. I think I just jinxed it, but I'm going to say yes. At least 1 more, and probably even 2. But 3 is going to be really, I don't know about 3, but I think it's very likely. It depends how chaotic things get. Because the thing is, now you got Reddick and Kurt Busch back on the lead lap. And because Kurt Busch was in a good points position going into this thing, if he can just get some ground, get up, like I said, up to about the top 13, top 10, he's into the next round. Like Kurt Busch is definitely not a must-win scenario. He just needs to get about 10 spots. Or he can have some other guys have issues, and he just needs to get a couple spots because he was in such a good points position going into this thing. So, but it's going to come down to if he can get those spots. I mean, 10 spots is a lot, but when you're running 21st, But it's going to be I'm nervous. I'm nervous, man. I'm nervous. I'm a Larson fan. I'm nervous. I think we may blow a tire from that left rear contact. But I don't know. I don't know. Thank you guys for watching. I'm saying reviewers on the day. Larson on the outside, Elliot on the inside. Harvick going to be pushing Larson. Byron pushing Elliot. And Larson with a good restart. Harvick giving him a nice shove. They're going to clear Elliot. Larson. Oh, but Harvick has a bobble. That's going to allow Elliot to have a bit of a run on Larson. Harvick kind of bobbled there. Oh, Elliott's giving the bumper to Larson already. Dude, what? Talk about a teammate, I guess. The 5 on the outside. Elliott on the inside. Larson on the outside. Elliott on the inside. Still, through turns 3 and 4, Larson's going to get the momentum off the top side and probably clear Elliott here. Harvick is just loose right now on this run. He got into Larson on the initial start and got him loose. And now he's loose again off turn 4. Byron has lost some ground. He's back to 7th. So now he's 4 to the bad. Kurt Busch is 8 to the bad. Reddick's 10 to the bad. Almirola only 4 to the good. And Bowman only 12 to the good. Eric Jones up in 8th. How about that? Larson's now cleared Elliott and is driving away just a little bit. And then Harvick in 3rd. All 4 Hendrick cars in the top 6. Larson gets loose again. Off turn 4. That's going to allow Elliott to get to his inside again. Larson going to have to take the high line in turns 1 and 2. Going to hope to get some momentum off the exit. Oh, Elliott gets a good run off the exit, though. They're side by side. Larson's going to need good momentum off turn 4 to not let Elliott clear him. Gosh, dang. Elliott to the lead. Larson's in 2nd. Hopefully we can get a good run. Oh, Harvick has a bobble back behind them in 3rd. Oh, God. If Elliott wins this race. But now Almirola only has 2 to the good over Byron, and he's 7. And Kurt Busch is only 7 to the bad. Reddick's only 8 to the bad. Like I said, Kurt Busch and Reddick really don't need to go and win the race. They just need to get back up and gain some track position. But gosh, Kurt Busch cannot gain any track position. His car is horrible. I'm sorry, Chip Ganassi Racing. This is what I got to say about Chip Ganassi. You guys killed your own playoff hopes here. You gave Kurt Busch the worst car he's had all season at any track I can say. I mean, he has not run this bad at any race this year. He's right. I mean, he literally cannot crack the top 20. Now Elliot's pulling away from Larson. Woohoo. And now Harvick in third. Oh, gosh. Please don't. Eric Jones fighting Bowman. Almirola only one to the good over Byron right now. Reddick making up some ground now. Reddick's only 7 to the bad. Kurt Busch is just, that car is horrible. I don't know what to say. I think that damage between Hamlin and Larson is going to cost Larson this race.
Every time these guys come out here and put on new tires, the bottom is where they all run for the very, first several laps.
But Almirola looking to go around the 3 of Austin Dillon. They're battling for 16th, 17th. Almirola going in the wrong direction. Dillon goes around him. Stenhouse is right there behind him, and Reddick's also going to be right there.
Eric Almirola potentially could have been out of this race early on and maybe out of contention of making it into the playoffs or advancing.
Right now, as they run, Almirola is only 1 to the good. And right behind him is Reddick, who's 7 to the bad, and so he's got to get around Almirola.
Looks like he has a little bit more pace, and he's 7 below the cut line, so he's trying to find some spots in the last 79.
Yeah, Almirola, but Reddick's in desperation here. He doesn't just have to get around Almirola. He's got to get around a lot more than that.
Trying to find his way up.
Chase Elliott leading. We look at Byron and Almirola.
78 to go. The lap's winding down. Bowman 8 to the good. Almirola 1 to the good. Byron 1 to the bad. Reddick 7 to the bad. Kurt Busch 8 to the bad. Oh, Almirola's going to get held up by a lap car. Oh, he's able to negotiate that pretty well, honestly, considering the circumstances. But now Reddick's going to have a run to his inside. And Byron. Oh, boy. Reddick and Byron. Almirola make slight contact. If Reddick gets around Almirola, that means that Byron is in the playoffs because he holds the tiebreaker between Almirola and Reddick. 75 to go. Elliot still leads over Larson.
This seems like it magnifies.
Woo, boy.
Tiebreaker between the 10 and 24. We go to the 24 right now.
Appreciate anybody watching.
Best finish in this.
I thought Eric has a black flag. He had earlier, and that he had it under caution, so he was able to pit and consider that. We're going NASCAR nonstop. Elliott leads over Larson. Larson's been able to maintain the gap between the top 2. Harvick's also there. Larson's car is definitely not near as good as it was before, though, after that contact from Hamlin. Hamlin, you are a bozo for that.
A rare choice for Jenny. All right, let's see what Jenny is going to order.
Yo, boy.
No matter what you're craving, order from DoorDash and get it delivered right to your door.
But now, as they're on, Almirola still 1 to the good over Byron. Is he still able to hold off Reddick? Kurt Busch is just terrible. He's still in 22nd. He cannot gain any ground. Golly, Chip Ganassi Racing, what did you do to yourselves?
I need to try it first.
Yeah, still 33 cars in this race. 70 to go now. Almirola is still holding off Reddick, and now maybe looking to make a move on Dillon. That car maybe moving a bit better now. Yeah, Larson's car is just not handling as good as it was after that contact with Hamlin. Harvick is on the bumper of Larson. These guys are still near the leader, Chase Elliott, but they're going to need some help from some lap traffic possibly if they want to catch him. Oh, Reddick's now the outside of Almirola, and it looks like he's going to maybe be able to go around him here in turns 1 and 2. He's running that high line. Almirola's running the low line. He's going to get him. Reddick is around Almirola. That means Byron is in the playoffs as they run, and Almirola is out. And now behind Almirola is Denny Hamlin, who's having to work his way back up through the field after that contact he had with Larson. Woo! I am so nervous.
When I'm not racing, I'm personalized. Just like how Carvana lets you personalize your finance. You can customize.
But yeah, as they run, Byron is in, Almirola is out.
Financing has never felt so fabulous.
And I think the dark horse right now is Tyler Reddick, only 5 points out. So, and his car is looking pretty fast right now. And right in front of him, he's got his teammate, and he's got Bubba Briscoe. He's just got to get up to 11th position, and then he may hold the tiebreaker with William Byron.
With a better finish in this round has the nod as far as if it ends this way.
But now Kyle Busch has been able to get past, or William Byron's trying to pass Kyle Busch. Never mind, other way around. Kevin Harvick's gotten around Kyle Larson because, Hamlin, why did you ruin this race for the both of us, you idiot? You idiot. So now Elliot still leads over Harvick by 3/10, and then Larson about a second back. His car is just going away. Byron holds the tiebreaker between him and Almirola still. Reddick is only 5 points back, though. I'd be concerned about Reddick, to be honest. But now here's Harvick trying to pass Chase Elliott for the lead. He's running that high line again that he was working on earlier. Appreciate everybody watching. Over 800 viewers on the day. Please drop a like and subscribe if you're new. Now Elliott goes high and Harvick goes low. 60 to go. This time by. They're going to come up on lap traffic as the next couple laps go by, and then that's when things are really going to start to get serious. Who can work traffic better? And as these guys race, it may allow Larson to sneak back into the picture.
Pointed question by Dillon Welch. He said, hey, what about the struggles? And he said, I don't think we're that far off.
59 to go now. The laps are ticking by. Harvick goes high, but he's got a lap car in front of him. He's going to have to turn down to avoid the 15. Harvick's definitely faster than the 9 right now. Just a matter of if he can get by. Man, he drives it in deep in turns 3 and 4, and he gets a great – that 4 car is rolling through the center of these turns. Great. He's going low on Elliott. He's not going to clear him quite off corner exit. Now they both go high in turns 3 and 4. As these guys battle, allows Elliott to get a bit closer. Byron's gotten by Kyle Busch, so that gives him a 1-point cushion over Almirola and a 6-point cushion over Reddick.
Veteran, the eldest of the competitors in the playoffs this year.
Harvick still battling Elliott. 56 to go. They're just Harvick's just waiting for Elliott to get stuck behind a lap car and have an opportunity to get around him.
Get the victory lane in 2021, but now as he challenges the 9 of Chase Elliott, potentially that first win just 54.
Harvick goes low on Elliott. He's got to get her off corner exit. They're side by side down the back straightaway. Elliott goes high in turns 3 and 4.
Push a little bit too hard.
Now Larson's in 3rd, but also Byron catching these leaders.
Also can play on top lap traffic.
Lap traffic just coming into play more and more as the run gets longer.
Jump the cushion there in front of the car a lap before. And just sit there and be patient and wait for that opportunity to happen.
Now the top 3 all within a half a second. Elliott's about to have side-by-side lap cars in front of him. He has to go low, but the 53 holds up the 4.
4-car, a lot of problems right there and allows Larson to close in.
Yeah, keep your eye on the 5. He's been very good on long runs. We'll see if he's able to take advantage of that momentum lost by Kevin Harvick.
Still, Larson,
50 to go soon.
You saw him at 3 and 4 on the bottom. What he does when he runs the top, he doesn't leave on the top. He leaves on the bottom.
Woo, man, 51 to go. Top 4 all under a blanket right now, all within a second of each other.
All fast.
Still Byron in, Almirola, Reddick, Kurt Busch, and McDowell out.
Top 3 separating themselves. Elliott, Harvick, and Larson.
Top 3 pull away from Byron just a bit this time by.
Entering a little bit lower than 9. The 9 exits a little bit lower.
All these top 3 drivers run a bit different lines than each other. Elliott runs high. Harvick's kind of running his own line tonight, and Larson's going low.
Larson back just about a half a second behind Elliott.
Harvick's able to close up in the middle of these turns, but Elliott gets a better drive off.
Drives right up to the bumper here.
If he keeps running that line, he'll be able to give Elliott the bumper at some point if push comes to shove. Now Elliott's got a lap car in front of him. That's going to slow him up a bit. It's also going to slow up, but it's going to slow up Harvick as well. Probably hurt Harvick more than it did Elliott.
Just keep himself in position car and wait for an opportunity to lap traffic. That's it.
It's 47 to go. That's the strategy Harvick's doing right now. Is he's really not pushing the envelope yet because there's still a ton of time. And he's faster than the 9, I'm pretty sure. And he's mainly just waiting. Oh, Harvick with a great run through the low on the low line. But Elliot gets the momentum off the top. It's so close.
And the outside car just drives right back by. The Chase sees that now. He's like, oh man, that
Oh, Kyle Busch is slow on the track. Kyle Busch has got a flat tire. He's going to have to get down to pit road here. Oh, Kyle Busch is going to lose a lot of points now. Where's he going to be in terms of the cutoff here? He's 9. He's 8 to the good. Kyle Busch is dropping because he has to pit. He's only 6 to the good. Oh, this is huge. They got to have a quick pit stop here. And he's off pit road. Out of his pit stall. He's only 6 to the good, though, right now. Now he's 5 to the good. He's off pit road. 4 to the good. 3 to the good. 2 to the good. Right now, Kyle Busch only 2 to the good after blowing a tire under yellow, but he was able to make it to pit road.
There is no more speeding opportunity in that corner. They knew the rules, accelerated, did everything right. But the problem, like a simple thing, but I've seen so many people do it wrong. Problem for him right
Harvick now all over the bumper of Chase Elliott.
To race as hard as he can and try to pass those cars right in front of him. The leaders to get back to 1 lap down, 2 laps down.
Oh boy, Harvick all over the bumper of Elliott. But Kyle Busch had blown a tire under green and is now back to 26. Kyle Busch just blew a tire under green. And he had to make a pit stop under green. They changed right side tires, but now he's 26, 2 laps down and only 2 points to the good. Harvick now to the inside of the 9. Once again, the 9's going to get the momentum off the top, though, like they've been doing every lap. Kyle Busch with fresh tires may actually be a bit quicker than some of these leaders here.
2 or 3 spots, you see him on the bottom of your screen. Just not the night he's hoping for. Actually, right now, getting pressure from Ross Chastain behind him. No real positions in front of him. He has a big distance to the free car.
Eric Almirola back in 18th. There's really nothing he can do.
As far as
Kyle Busch trying to unlap himself here. He's faster than the leaders because he just pitted and got those fresh tires. Oh, it's like a battle for the win, except it's not because Kyle Busch is lap down. He's under Harvick. Now going to get past Elliott. And yes, he's going to. Kyle Busch will get back to 1 lap down. Elliott kind of boxed in by a lap car. And Kyle Busch, Harvick to the inside Elliott. This is an opportunity for Harvick. Harvick's going to pass the 9, but not quite yet. He's not clear. Now the 9 gets a great run into the turns 1 and 2. But he's going to get boxed in by a lap car again. And it's going to be Harvick to the lead. Elliott gives a shot to the 52. Harvick up the track into Elliott. They're off the track. Harvick into Elliott. Now Larson side by side with Elliott. Harvick's still in the lead. The top 3 all in or break it. Oh, Elliott may have blown a tire. Elliott's slow. He's out of the groove. This is a Harvick. Elliott's blown a tire. He's going to get to pit road, though. They keep it green. He's able to get to pit road. Lucky for him, he's safe in the playoffs, I'm pretty certain, even if he's going to have to pretty much. Elliott's safe. But now this is going to get positions to everybody else. Now it's Harvick versus Larson. But Larson's got that damage, which is going to slow him down here. 32 to go.
Well, the advantage for the 9 that he's advanced. He's not.
And the front left tire stuck on the 9 car. They're trying to fix that thing, but lucky for him, even though they're able to get him back on there, he's still nowhere near the cutoff line. I'm pretty sure he's all safe, but so Harvick just overran the corner, got up the track a bit, and is into that 9 car. That was almost big. That was almost big. But now Harvick and Larson are the battle for the lead, but Harvick's got a pretty big lead. I think Harvick, unless there's a caution, is going to take this win here because Larson's got the damage, which is going to slow him down.
The concern is Eric Almirola has points available, many of them, and he can just find a little bit of pace.
It's still 29 to go.
Guys that are just in front of him. Unfortunately, Chastain's going the other way. He's going 5 to 10.
Look, Almirola is stuck here, but Reddick's got that thing down to 4 points. Where does Reddick? Who does he have anybody in front of him who he can pass? Right now, Reddick in 14th. In front of him is Hamlin and Briscoe, Divvy and Logano. He's 4 down, so he has to go from 14th to 10th. Is it possible? Elliot trying to get back by the 4, runs him up the track a bit.
He's not going to race him very nicely for the rest of this night.
Well, he showed his frustration right there.
Oh, Bell into the wall. He's slow. So he's also blown a tire. Now Bell's got a pit here. How many positions is he going to lose? He's got a lot more severe damage than the 18. I don't know who he made contact with. Now he's only 17 to the good. Oh, they're going for 4 tires. I'm surprised they're not just going for 2. He's still 17 to the good, so he doesn't have a ton to worry about still at the moment. So he's 13 to the good right now. Now Larson catching Harvick. Oh, they're 12 to the good now. Bell dropping in the standings. He's in 27th. Lucky for him, you can only – I think Bell's safe. I'm pretty sure Bell's safe. He's going to need to lose some more spots, and he's going to need other people to gain spots, mainly for Bell.
He looks like he'll fall to maybe 27.
So Bell's going to come out 10 to the good just about. But now Larson's up to the 4 car. 22 to go.
And Chase Elliott's not going to make it easy on Kevin Harvick right here. We saw Chase Elliott. We saw him.
It's Larson versus Harvick, 22 to go. But it looks, oh, the 20 must have already had a flat tire, but then he came up into the track and actually made pretty hard contact with, I think, the 52. I don't know if the 52's made it to pit road or not already, but if he hasn't, he may blow a tire here soon. Now as they run, Almirola only 1 to the bad, and Reddick's only 3 to the bad. Kurt Busch only 6 to the bad as well. If Almirola can find a spot, or Reddick can find 3 spots.
How hard do you race?
Reddick's just got to get by Briscoe, Dibby, and maybe Hamlin.
Larson trying to pass you, trying to put pressure on you for the win. You've got to go.
And on the bottom, the 10 of Eric Almirola, currently 17th, but only 1 point out. He is running down the 23.
Oh, boy, Almirola is catching up to the 23. He could get around him, and then he'd have a tie with Byron, but Byron holds the tiebreaker. So he's going to need more help than that. Oh, it's Harvick and Larson still negotiating traffic.
Being that guy who's not in the playoffs, getting used up by a guy who needs at least 1 position. Almirola has 23.
Oh, but now Almirola's getting chased by Ryan Preece, so it may not be enough. Larson just does not have the pace in that car after idiot Denny Hamlin ran into him. But Reddick's knocked it down to 2 points. Can Reddick get around Dibby and Hamlin or somebody else? He's only got 15 to go, and he's got about a second between him and the cars in front of him. But now it's Reddick where it's 2 to go, and now it's going to be possibly Almirola dropping back, losing more ground. Larson's lost tons of ground to Larson as a reason. Larson losing tons of ground to Harvick at the moment.
Nobody's putting pressure on William Byron right now. He's kind of all by himself. Ryan Blaney is a good 12, 14 car lengths behind him.
Oh, boy. Larson needs help if he wants to get to around Kevin Harvick. Kevin Harvick's faster, and Larson's got that damage. Oh, Almirola's going to get boxed in by a lap car. Oh, Almirola's fighting hard. Reddick may be screwed because he's got quite the distance between him and the next cars in front of him. He does have Logano and Dibby in front of him.
I'll tell you who also could be involved in this. Reddick. I was getting ready to say Reddick needs to pass 3 guys, and he's up there.
And he's running the top of half a straightaway behind Matty D and the 22 and the 11. So there are points in the 21 and the 22. Make contact in front of him, Marty.
The 21 and the 22 are fighting hard in front of Reddick, and if Reddick can get around him, he may be in a position. It's 11 to go. Harvick pretty much has the win locked down unless there's a caution. But now it's the battle for who can get that playoff spot.
Nice. Back to Benedetto. They're the two cars in front of him that would give him those 2 points.
Oh, Amarola on the outside of Bubba Wallace.
Almirola may be able to get around Bubba Wallace, but then he's still going to have to get around somebody else.
Currently, we have Harvick leading about 3/4 of a second over Larson, but it's these battles that are going to determine the playoff positions.
Oh, boy.
To the rear bumper of the 23. What will he do? How patient will he be?
Will Almirola just bump the 23 out of the way, but the 8 can see the 22 in front of him.
Go to Byron based upon this finish.
I just don't think these guys are going to have enough time.
Here at Bristol tonight. Under 10 laps to go.
8 to go. Harvick still leads Larson. Almirola's trying to get around Bubba. Oh, the 10 makes contact with 37. That may cut a tire.
The battle for the lead. Kevin Harvick still at 2 car leads in front of the 5. He's having trouble. Yeah, Harvick's having trouble getting around the 9.
Harvick's having trouble getting around the 9.
That's good. Larson now.
Larson's to the inside of the 4 with 6 to go. It's 6 to go. They're coming to 5 to go. Larson the inside of Harvick, but his car is so much slower because of that damage. There's just nothing he can really do. He's trying. There's battles for the lead. There's battles for the playoffs. Reddick trying to get around Logano.
Priest is almost clear of Amarola. There's so much to watch. So much screen to look at.
Reddick is right to the rear bumper of the 22.
Now Larson tries the high line to get around Harvick. Larson's going to have a big run on the 4. But Larson goes to the inside of 4 and turns 3 and 4. Oh, he tries to slide jump in front of Harvick. He does. Oh, but Harvick's going to try and cross him over. Oh, Harvick all over the bumper of the 5. It's 3 to go. Larson versus Harvick. Byron now there on Harvick. Oh, it's chaos everywhere. Larson leads. Harvick second. Byron third. I don't think it's going to be enough time for Almirola or Reddick. They're trying, though. It's 2 to go. And now here's Larson leading with 2 to go. Into turns 3 and 4. He goes high. And with the white flag out, this may be that all she wrote. Larson with the lead. Harvick makes a dash for it, though, in turns 1 and 2. Is he going to be able to send it in on Larson in turns 3 and 4? Oh, he's too far back. Harvick tries to start again, but Larson is going to win the Bristol night race. And it'll be Harvick, Byron, Blaney, Bowman, the top 5. And it'll be Reddick, and it'll be Almirola, and it'll be McDowell and Kurt Busch, who are eliminated in the first round of the playoffs. Oh, and Harvick runs into the 9 on pit road. He has got to be pissed off the 9. The 9 and the 4 really cost each other that race. That's going to be a rivalry right there to follow throughout the rest of the playoffs. Both Reddick and Almirola 2 points back from the round of 12, but my goodness.
Positions couldn't find them on the racetrack, as we see still Elliot and Harvick.
Harvick is not happy at that 9 car, though. The 9 just cost 4 the race right there. He was holding them up. Rightfully so, though, because the 4 got into him and cut a tire.
Chase Elliott. He's going to end up 25th.
Harvick not happy, but Larson's going to burn it down in Bristol. And that Valvoline car. Harvick's coming over to Elliot, and he's giving him a talking to. He's looking at him. He's like, "Oh, they're just talking. There's nothing going on here. Cameras are in their faces." But Harvick's going on like, "You just cost me the race," and the 9's like, "You slid into me." Oh boy, are they going to fight? I don't think they will. I think Harvick's going to keep himself composed. Hey there. Oh, Harvick's not happy with him. He's not happy. But Larson, meanwhile, has won this race. And Harvick and Elliott are still throwing words at each other. Harvick is not happy.
Emotions in Bristol flaring up here, as you can see, Harvick is getting more and more
But Harvick's getting pinned down by Elliot, like pit crew member, or he was originally. He had his hand. He was kind of like holding him at bay. It looks like. But Harvick's still not happy with Elliot. Man, that was so close for Elliot. I mean, Harvick almost won that race.
Well, we knew something was going to get thrown at Bristol, and it looks like it was Harvick's gloves.
Not really, but Larson wins that race.
Well, Rick, where do you start with this one? Let's start with the winner, Kyle Larson.
Kyle Larson looks exhausted, but makes it win with that damaged car.
I know the Bristol one's important to you, but how did you get that done, Kyle?
Yeah, that was an awesome race.
Listen to that, Larson. What a finish. Chase handed that to Larson.
To move around and use his tires up off the bottom, and I started to get some diamonds working off 1 and 2, and just got a big run and decided to pull the trigger and slide him and squeeze him a little bit. So and then he had me jacked up down the front stretch.
Harvick almost wrecked Larson after Larson pulled a big slide job on him there. But
beautiful paint scheme. We got 2 wins with it this year. So thanks to Botley, thanks Mr. H. Wish you were here. Thanks for the ride today.
Yeah, what a race. What a finish. Whoa.
And this is why. You guys are amazing, loud. We feel the energy while we're out there racing. So thanks everyone.
What a race, guys. I hope you enjoyed that.
I look forward to the rest of the year.
Kyle Larson, a big win here in the round of 16 in front of the Bristol fans who love.
The Kyle Larson gets it done.
Big smiles out of Kyle Larson, and let's go down to Dillon.
And Kevin Harvick, of course, not happy with Chase Elliott. So let's start there. What was the
Kevin Harvick not happy with Chase. We'll see his interview here.
I just told him, it was kind of a chicken shit move that he did there at the end. We're racing for the freaking win at Bristol. We're 3 wide in the middle, and he throws a temper tantrum like I was just trying to get the lead and racing hard. And he pulls up in front of me and just sits there until I lose the whole lead. So, just hate it for our Subway Ford Mustang team. To be able to lose a race like that. And I watched him let the 24 go by, and then anytime we run into him, it's a problem. So they can boo all they want. I don't care. How much of this is compounded by the fact that you were?
Let's go, Harvick. Harvick is feisty right now. He is frustrated with the Elliott.
I lost so much there, and then when I got behind the car, I kept getting tied off the corner, and I couldn't run my line. So, God damn it, I'm ready to rip somebody's freaking head off.
Harvick's ready to rip Elliott's head off, as he said it himself. Wow. Listen to Elliott's version of it.
It's something he does all the time. He runs into your left side constantly at other tracks, and sometimes it does come down your left side. Other times it didn't, or it doesn't. He did it to me in Darlington a few weeks ago because he was tired of racing with me. And whether he did it on purpose, it doesn't matter. At some point you got to draw a line. So I don't care who he is or how long he's been doing it. I'm gonna stand up for myself and my team, and we're going down the road.
The fans are so biased; it's hilarious. The fans in the track are going like, "Woo!" They're as Elliott's talking, but honestly, I think it's kind of a BS move by Elliott.
Had a heck of a year. He's a good dude and a great race car driver. Deserves his accomplishments and deserves his success. So I'm happy for him. Happy for Team Hendrick. Wish we could have got our Hooters Chevrolet in victory lane.
But what a finish there! Kyle Larson gonna get his 7th win of the year. Or 6th win, I can't remember now.
I think this sets the tone for the rest of the playoffs. Both drivers advance.
We'll have to see if this is like that one All-Star race where they get aggressive after the post-race interview.
They dive down in the corner, and Harvick slides up the track, gets in the left front of the 9, cuts down the left front tire.
But man, what a finish here!
Later in the race, the 9 trying to get his lap back. Tries to repay the favor a little bit there, Jeff.
Elliott, I think,
Harvick saying
overstepped it a bit, but either way, I mean, wow, what a finish. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll be back next week. Well, we are at, where are we, believe? I can't remember where they're racing next week even. I'm so tired. Las Vegas. But, yeah. See you guys in the next one. I'm out.
Yeah, to hear every word of that, I bet it was pretty good. It's Bristol.